Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hampton and Richmond YouTube channel. My name is Louis Felt, and I'm joined this afternoon by the very lovely Lloyd Hassel. Lloyd, how are you?
I'm very good. Very looking forward to this game.
Yep, great to have you back. Your first and most recent session on commentary was all the way back last season. What was it? December against Southend.
Yes, yeah, and what an incredible game that was. I mean, if today lives up to anything like that, then we will be in for a cracker.
Exactly. Yep. Hopefully you are our good luck charm. We will be with you all the way through this evening's game with kickoff at 7:45. But before that, let's just have a quick look at our backstage video of behind the scenes at the Borough.
Jesus Christ! All the way back, take your time, grab the ankle, then the standing leg. Standing leg and lean forward, almost. So left. So really quick reaction. I'm going to go with him. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Pump the brake. And then we would swap over. So 3. So I'm going to go this way, and then come out. And then my partner's going to go. So it's over. Yeah. It's been before that, man. It's been since this morning. Hey.
Yeah, so that was our behind the scenes. Sorry, that wasn't at the Bev. That was at training during midweek. But hopefully you enjoyed that, and if you did, there is another video very much like it that has a look at behind the scenes on match day from last weekend, that home game against St Albans. But today, focus is on Eastbourne Borough, a team high flying in the league so far at the moment. Lloyd, it's going to be a tough evening.
Yes, yeah, they are high flying. I mean, as you said, inside the playoff positions. Last time out, they drew 1-1 against Torquay United. Of course, we played Torquay a couple of weeks ago, I believe. So, yeah, we knew how difficult that game was for ourselves, so we're in for a tough challenge today, but I'm sure that Alan Julian and the boys can put up a great fight.
Yeah, of course, Hampton and Richmond, 3 defeats in their last 3. A bit of form that they'll definitely want to try and see the back of quite quickly. Yes, yeah, definitely.
Of course, you know, the team has been playing well, but it's the main thing is the results. The results are so important in this league. We know how quickly it can turn from, you know, a bad run of form to a 17-game unbeaten run, which we had last year.
Sounds familiar, yeah.
So, you know, it can turn very quickly. So if we can get a result tonight, you never know, it could be a momentum starter for the rest of the campaign.
Yeah, well, the last season when we played Eastbourne, they were our first game of the season away from home. That ended in a 1-0 defeat, but never short of controversy, our home game against Eastbourne last season was jam-packed with the stuff. So let's have a quick look at the highlights.
Good play there by Dakari Sheriff, and he gets it out wide for Gravata, who's got green grass ahead of him. Pip Blado now comes into the space, looking to challenge him. Gravata, couple step overs, driving down the line. Good play this from Gravata. He's still carrying it. Now he's dropped the shoulder, gone to the box, pulls the seat, shot comes in. Good save from Adam Desbois. It's been a lot of here and there and not much on the floor as Desbois again goes long, again looking for Father Huntsy. And the ball this time does fall to Hall, and he's been pushed in the back by Brad Barry. Will it be Gray or Hall? It is Hall. He tries to go around, and it's a good save by Harrison, folks. Jack Clark can lead the breakaway. He's only got Legenza for support. Now he's got a player coming to his right. He does use Legenza. Looks to shoot, shapes to shoot, does shoot. Good save from Adam Desbois. Ball comes to Donaldson, who thought he was pulled, but the ball is still with Hampton. Oh, it's a good ball in behind for Ben Seymour. Oh, fantastic snapshot with a good save. Interesting looking corner kick routine. It's in towards Adam Desbois, and he gets a strong hand on it. Gonna fall to Clark, who gets it back in, and then it's cleared away by. Again, looking for the big switch, and he's found it. And the chest does fall to, oh, and that's it is gonna be Bendel on it.
But yeah, it's just the fact that Hampton and Richmond don't really seem to be playing their game at the moment. They seem to be playing Eastbourne's game, and that's why I'd say Adam Murray.
And Eastbourne come forward once again. It's Gravata right on the edge of the box. He's got players with him. Looks to go to the byline once again and pull it back. It's a good flick. Finds Sam Deadfield, who's just dropped between the centre halves now, looking to distribute. And he's picked out a brilliant ball. It's a good header by Gravata. Gibson Hammond may just keep this in, and he has. Gets it back to Pip Blauder, who can get the ball into the box. It's a good cross into the box, and it's headed away by Bird. Sam Deadfield. Back with Isaac Pitblado. Into the feet of Bloomfield. Looks to hold it up. Does well to get it back to Gibson Hammond. Over the top looking for Pitblado. And he's onside. The flag stays down. Tries to pull it back to the penalty spot for Jake Gray. This time they go backwards. Back to Bird. Bird tries to get it into the box. Oh, and there's a man free on the back post. It's quick. The substitute takes it down. And it's a lovely touch from Brown to get it out of pressure. Get it to Hammond. Oh, it's brilliant play between Bloomfield and Hammond, who's got Seymour in the middle. Hammond tried to get across, and it's going to be a second yellow card for Brad Barry, who's been sent off. It's going to find Bloomfield. Gets into the path of Louis Fernandez, and now here's O'Connell. 2 minutes of added time to play. Bloomfield. Jake Gray. Men in the box for Hampton. Gray pulls it back. It's O'Connell. The shot is blocked. Brilliant defending. Sam Dry, who looks to get things forward. Gibson Hammond, who's been fouled there, and there is one more chance for Hampton, and Gibson Hammond takes it quickly. Pip Blado's in here, could get it across. Bloomfield! Mason Bloomfield scored for Hampton in the last minute of the game with the last kick of the game. Can you believe it? The Beavers have won it. Oh my days, what a finish! Talk about the ingenuity from Alex Gibson Hammond to take the quick free kick, played it into the path of Piblado, who pulled it across, and the substitute, Mason Bloomfield, comes to the rescue at the death Eduardo.
Well, what a dramatic evening that was indeed. And that was also a Tuesday night game, of course. Lloyd, you were at that game as well as I. What a moment that was, of course, for Mason Bloomfield and for everyone in attendance.
Yeah, the place just absolutely erupted. And, of course, you know, last-minute winners are the best kind of winners. So to get that, especially when we were in that playoff push for that season, it was, yeah, an incredible moment and probably up there with one of my highlights of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as we said, if we could find any kind of way to get the same level of excitement from that game in this one, well, we're all ears for that. Thank you everybody who is joining nice and early. We've still got about 15 minutes left until kickoff. Please do get involved in the live chat throughout the afternoon. And I keep saying the afternoon, it's the evening. It's pitch black here. The floodlights are well and truly on. But please do get in touch with us. Let us know your thoughts on the game, on the season, on your team, whether you're a Hampton and Richmond supporter or not. Let us know what your thoughts are in general. Yeah, absolutely, please do that. Please do share the video around as well. That massively helps us out. And please do like and please do subscribe if you haven't already done so. What we can do now, though, is take a quick look at the form of both teams. So you'll see Hampton and Richmond on your left, Eastbourne Borough on your right. The games at the top being the most recent ones. Obviously a very disappointing afternoon down in Cornwall for Hampton and Richmond. You weren't in attendance, Lloyd, but I was, along with the handful of very brave Hampton and Richmond supporters who made the long journey, setting off nice and early from Euston Station on Saturday morning. The 8:03 we caught, and some of our supporters were on the same train as well. But the players will be the first ones to know, and of course Alan Julian will be more than aware aware that the performance that afternoon was not great. It wasn't a great game of football anyway. Even the Truro supporters, up until their 3 second-half goals, were probably pretty bored as well. A difficult surface. The ball was up in the air for a lot of that game. But ultimately, they will have been the happier of the sides. 3 goals, 3 points, and a very important clean sheet. So just that coming off the back of 2 straight home defeats, it obviously, must have an impact on confidence.
Yeah, I can imagine it does. Of course, when you are winning, you feel a more sense of confidence, and when you are not, it does go the other way. But I'm sure in this game we can see some real good performances from certain players and get a result here today.
Yeah, our last win was at home, and that was the 4-0 blitzing of Enfield Town. That does feel like quite a while ago now. And before that was a 2-2 draw against Tonbridge Angels when Liam Vincent scored from the penalty spot to level things up late on in that one. But Eastbourne Borough, well, they are up high, riding high in the league at the moment, but their recent form, you probably wouldn't have guessed that they're in 4th place. 2 wins from their last 5, a defeat and 2 draws as well. They're not exactly setting the world alight at this moment.
No, well, we have scored 13 league goals this season. They've only got 1 more than us, so they're not exactly firing on all cylinders in front of goal. Defensively, they have conceded 12 in 12, so they're averaging a goal conceded per game. So as you said, not firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and if we just look at some of those teams in that run, as you mentioned earlier, the 1-1 draw at home to Torquay, getting a result that we were unable to get at home, losing 1-0 to the goals on that day, beating Welling United away. That's obviously a very difficult one. I can't remember the last time that we went there and won a game. And then the other draw coming against Slough Town, who of course have been phenomenal under Scott Davies for the last season or 2. But it's 2 teams who will definitely want to get back in 3 points and get their seasons back on the up.
Yeah, 100%. I just think looking at the league table, if we do end up winning today and results go our way, it could shoot us potentially all the way from 18th to 14th just on 1 win. It's so close in the league position that we are, and really I feel like we are a little bit unfortunate to be in that position. Yeah,
well, we can have a quick look at the league table now. As I mentioned earlier, you'll see Eastbourne Borough up in 4th place, level on points with Truro Hemel, who are above them in 2nd and 3rd respectively. Farnborough still leading the way, having played a game more. Hemel Hempstead managing to get that draw to stop the slide in recent times, going unbeaten all the way up until that first defeat a few weeks ago, and they then went on to lose 3 on the spin. And then, of course, if you look further down, you'll see Hampton and Richmond lying in 18th place. So the highest that they've positioned themselves so far this season has been 11th, I think. And for a team that's been widely tipped at the beginning of the season, especially, to be favourites to go down, I'd say that, ultimately things still are looking pretty decent for us so far.
Yeah, 100%. It is a new era. It is a pretty much brand new squad. So, of course, it's going to take time for players to gel. But the style of football is enjoyable to watch, I would say. And, I feel like we have been quite unfortunate with a couple of results, like that Tonbridge Angels game to concede a 94th minute equaliser. It's very unfortunate. So I think there is a lot of positives to take despite us being in the position that we currently are.
Yeah, and both, as you said, Eastbourne Borough only 1 more goal than us. Maybe 2 teams who do just need to find a way to be a bit more clinical in front of goal.
Yes, yeah. Hopefully we can see some of the finishing that we saw on that day against Enfield Town when we ended up winning 4-0, So just hopefully we can get it back in amongst the goals, because since the Enfield Town game we have not scored.
Well, let's have a look at the rest of the fixtures in the National League South. It's not a full fixture list. There are a few teams missing out, but we will keep you up to date on these scores throughout the evening. First of all, Twerton Park, Bath City hosting Weymouth. 2 teams probably, well, the away team more so than the others, but not having the greatest of seasons so far. Chesham United host Chippenham Town. Down at Farnborough, they host our previous opposition, Truro City. A long journey for them on a Tuesday night. Salisbury at the Raymac, they host Western Supermare. At Arbour Park, Slough Town are at home to St Albans, who are still searching for that first win. Well, no, they're not,
No.
because they played Hampton Richmond, so they've already got that one. I can't say that anymore. They're looking to back up that victory. They weren't able to do it last weekend, but they're looking to add to those points. Can they do it away at Slough Town? Tonbridge Angels, they host Dorking Wanderers. Torquay United host Worthing, and Welling United host Enfield Town. What ones are you particularly keeping an eye on there, do you think?
Well, keeping an eye on, I mean, in terms of if you look higher up the league table, hang on a second, if I could get this loading, that would be great. Torquay United versus Worthing should be an entertaining game. Worthing are unbeaten in their last 3, and Torquay United the same for them, so that could be quite an entertaining game. I think if you look further down the league, Welling United, of course, against Enfield Town, 20th versus 21st, so that should be quite an interesting game. So definitely a few other matches to keep an eye on in this one.
Yeah, and maybe the pick of the bunch. I mean, Sky Sports wouldn't be happy with this. This was in the Premier League on a Tuesday night of all times. We've actually got first versus second.
Oh, of course,
it's,
yes.
Farnborough hosting Truro City. Didn't realise when I was reading it out. That's actually a huge game earlier on in the season.
Yeah. Massive one.
Yeah, we'll certainly keep an eye on that as well. But now we can, of course, turn to this game with under 10 minutes to go until we get underway and have a look at the team news. And Lloyd, I'll let you take us through it.
Yeah, so Ted Curd is in the team, followed by Billy French, Mike Atkinson, Josh Kia and James Roberts. I'm going through number order, by the way, just so the viewers know, just in case. Jack Taylor, Renedi Masampu is making his first start for the club, which is very, very exciting. Mauro Villette, Gianni Critchlow, Dom Revan and Alfie Williams are the remaining players on the team sheet. Made 4 changes from that defeat, of course, against Truro City, as there is such a quick turnaround at the moment, isn't there, between Saturday and Tuesday. And then we have another game on Saturday up against... Oh my goodness, my mind has gone blank. Who have we got Saturday?
We're away to Chippenham.
Away to Chippenham.
It's a cold Tuesday
Apologies,
night.
my mind has gone blank there.
But yeah, as you said, four changes for the Beavers in the starting lineup. So, 3 defeats in a row. Clearly, Alan Julian has identified what he thinks needs to change.
Yes, definitely. And then, of course, in the Eastbourne Borough starting 11, there is a certain Isaac Pitbalado who used to play for us. So that will be interesting to see how he will get on tonight. And also Adam Murray's side have made 4 changes as well in the starting 11. Pitblado, Diarra, Davis and Johnson all coming in, whilst Barry, Klass, Bamba and Williams all dropping out for the visitors. So 4 changes apiece, lots of changes, and should be an entertaining match for ourselves to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. So the players will be coming out shortly. I could just see some of the substitutes coming out as well. We do, of course, have the scoreline in the top left. That will keep you up to date on how many minutes have gone, any red cards, the scores, of course. And we will try to keep you as updated as possible with substitutions. The person just entering the screen is the lovely Callum Preston Kelly, who's going to be munching on a lovely cheeseburger by the looks of it.
Oh, yeah, they are good.
They are very good.
They are good.
If you haven't had a chance to get down to Beverley, which I'm guessing you have done if you're watching this, but if not, make sure you do come down and make sure you do try our lovely array of food choices. Yes. We've got the Village Grill serving in the main kitchen with burgers and chips and all your standard matchday grub. And then we've also got the Dough Shack serving pizza and a lovely coffee van serving only the freshest of coffee. Are you a coffee man, Lloyd?
I am not a coffee man, actually.
Fair enough.
I don't know, coffee and tea has just never really clicked with me. But
do you think people pretend to like it?
Maybe some, not all, but no, it's just not for me. But yeah, I'm sure if you do like coffee and tea, go and check it out.
Absolutely. So kick-off in about 6 minutes' time. Once again, as Lloyd pointed out, our next game in general is this Saturday away to Chippenham Town. Let us know in the comments if you're thinking of going or if you'll be trying to catch us on Radio Beaver. Hopefully we'll be able to keep you updated via radio commentary from that one at Harden Hewish Park. Always a tough place to go. A huge incline on the hill as well, which the players will only be so aware of. And our next game at Beverley is not until late in November. Currently, that's the 23rd of November when we host Aveley. So a while to go. So we are going to soak up this occasion. There's a decent crowd here at Beverley Stadium, ready for what is hopefully an excellent National League South game. I can see the players are literally just about to come out. And when they do, I will mute myself and Lloyd can talk through, as I'll be calling out the team over the announcer.
Yep.
But yeah, just before they do come out, final thoughts. Have you got a score in mind, Lloyd?
Score in mind. I have a feeling.
Always a tough one as a co-commentator.
Well, you know, got to be confident. Got to back Alan Julian and the team. I'm going to go for a 2-1. How about you?
2-1. Yeah, well, I would absolutely bite your hand off for it. I think there's a lot of supporters who, obviously know the threat that Eastbourne pose and probably would take a point just to stop the losing streak, the mini losing streak. But of course, we all want to win. That is what this game is for. So we will do our very best, and we will bring you all of the action. We will also have footage from the dugout as well in the top right of your screen. Let me just fix that for you because that's showing the wrong camera. Just nervous that the player's now about to come out, but there we go. There is the correct camera, and now if I just make it a little bit, nope, that's smaller. I want to make it bigger. There we go. That's a bit bigger.
Look at that.
Fantastic. So now you can keep an eye. Well, you can look at us. Not that we're anything interesting to look at, but you can see our reaction to the game. And of course, in the top right of your screen, you can have a look at what Alan Julian and the coaching staff are getting up to. A man of passion, of course, but here they come.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you look at history for Hampton and Richmond, the last 2 home games in the National League South have gone ahead and been victories. Of course, the 97th minute winner from Mason Bloomfield was an incredible moment. The year before that, Hampton and Richmond ended up winning 3-2 at home against Eastbourne Borough in a 5-goal thriller. Alfie Whittingham, Dean Inman and Connor Curran-Brown scoring the goals on the day. And history as well. Further history, rather, also falls with Hampton and Richmond. 7 wins out of 16 against Eastbourne Borough. The away side have 5 of those victories, and then the other 4 matches have been stalemates. I mean, if you are looking at the players who could score today for Hampton and Richmond, James Roberts, of course, is the top goal scorer with 6 at the moment in the starting 11 as well. He will be wanting to add to his tally and hopefully get in contention for another National League South Player of the Month award. As for Eastbourne Borough, Alfie Pavey is the top goal scorer for them on 4 goals, but he is not in the starting 11 tonight. George Alexander has 2 goals in his last 2 matches for Eastbourne Borough, and Dominic Odusanya got 2 goals in a 4-2 away defeat for Eastbourne Borough a few weeks ago. So looking at the history of the goal scorers, it is going to be potentially a pretty good game and hopefully a few goals for the Beavers tonight.
Thank you very much for that, Lloyd. Thank you for taking everybody through. We will, of course, go back over the lineups once we've kicked off as well, just in case. But we are nearly ready to go here. And yeah, a steady crowd has descended upon TW12 this afternoon, so it's looking to be a decent atmosphere here at Beverley Stadium.
Yes, 100%. Cannot wait for this one to get started and to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, it's Hampton and Richmond have lined up facing ready to kick off at the Keith Hussey stand. They had changed that recently in their routine. They warmed up down by the Keith Hussey stand rather than their usual spot in front of the Alan Simpson stand. They have now changed that back, and I think there was plenty of the Ultra fans who weren't too happy with that initial change, but you'll be glad to know we've now gone back to that. So in the second half we will be shooting towards the infamous Alan Simpson stand, and all of the Hampton and Richmond supporters who of course will be waiting to hopefully see some goals. We've got 30 people tuned in ahead of kick-off in just a few moments time, but actually, no, that is all working fine. Sorry, I just thought there was something wrong with the stream, but I think we're actually all good. Yeah, we are absolutely fine. That had just fallen behind. Right, so we are nearly ready to go. It looks like it will be Hampton and Richmond to get us kicked off from right to left. They are in red tops, blue shorts and red socks. And Eastbourne are in a bright all pink, which looks rather dashing.
Yeah, it does. It does.
So James Roberts stands over the ball. The music is cut. The referee, wherever he is, I've lost sight of him. Oh no. She is ready and waiting. Sorry, we weren't provided with a referee list, an officials list before the game, so apologies for that. But we'll try and find out who the officials are. But we are ready to go. The anticipation setting in. Feels just like that moment after the formation lap of a Grand Prix. the slight moment of calm before the lights start to go out. And well, what we're waiting for is for someone to get rid of the goals, the training goals.
Oh,
behind. So they were put in place, I believe, to stop the penalty area from getting too worn out.
Oh, right.
From training, but as has always been the case, perfectly fine. There's always been someone on hand to remove those, and it looks like there's just been a bit of a slip up in communication on this occasion. So we're just waiting for those to get completely removed. So a slight delay to kick off on that front. Apologies, but the rest of the games have now kicked off around the some of them have now kicked off around the division, so we'll keep an eye on those. But please do make sure to like this video. There's 30 of you watching right now, which is fantastic for so early on. Please do like, please do share, and please do subscribe to the channel. We are finally ready to go here, chomping at the bit. It's Hampton and Richmond versus Eastbourne Borough. The referee checks her watch, checks that all the players are where they're supposed to be, and blows the whistle. We are underway. Hampton and Richmond kicking off, and the ball is with Billy French, who immediately looks to go long. That's going to be headed back towards the halfway line where Mike Atkinson is underneath it. It's then cleared upfield by Eastbourne, and now the number 17 for Eastbourne, Jaden Davies, picking it up before setting it back to his defensive fullback Pierce Bird, who finds Musa Diarra, who is the other former Hampton and Richmond player in the lineup for Eastbourne today, along with Isaac Pitt-Blado, who is this half on the far side of the pitch. We won't get too much of a look at him from here, but the ball is now with David Sesse on this near side. Sesse again picking it up back to Dan Quick. And Eastbourne with the early little spell of possession here with the first minute just gone. Launched forwards into the box. Jack Taylor underneath it, headed only to the edge of the area. But Renadima Sampu, making his first start, gets the clearance. A lofted ball up in the air around the corner for Eastbourne. Jack Taylor is going to try and beat Jaden Davis to it, and he does, and clears the ball out of play. Strong start for Eastbourne.
Yes, yeah, they are keeping possession quite well. Hampton and Richmond are keeping their shape well, though, not really letting Eastbourne Borough progress too high up the field. But yeah, they have been keeping the ball relatively well so far.
Callum, just lean back your head ever so slightly. No. Okay, there we go. So the ball with Ted Curd gets Hampton and Richmond underway and hoping to launch their first bit of possession. It's a great ball forwards, which is picked up by Villette. He's carried it very well and is now just outside the box. He gets an early shot away, and a relatively easy one for Joseph Wright to get down to. But never really threatening.
No, but a brilliant first touch from Villette to be able to get away from the Eastbourne defender there. Great turn, using his pace to burst forward and almost, put a decent shot on goal, but never was going to find the back of the net, really. Yep,
and Mauro Villette has already scored for the Beavers this season, grabbing the second goal away at Tonbridge Angels that put Hampton Richmond in front for the first time that afternoon. Of course, it wasn't quite enough to get us the 3 points in the end, but he does know how to find the back of the net. Here's Kia. Hampton Richmond just coming alive now. It's Villette once again on the right-hand side. He crosses to the back post looking for Critchlow. It's just beyond Critchlow and he can't quite keep it in. But Hampton and Richmond have just come alive in the last 90 seconds.
Yeah, really encouraging stuff. You know, of course, Eastbourne Borough in the opening moments were keeping the ball very well, but it seems like Alan Julian's side wants to get the ball quick and kick it quick up the field and create some good opportunities. So lots of positives to take in these early moments so far.
Yeah, Villette's involved in both good moments for the Beavers so far. Will it be his day, the number 20, who joined the squad relatively late in the summer, but has settled in very nicely and now commands a position in the starting 11 most weeks for Alan Julian's side. Mike Atkinson just sweeping up at the back and stabbing a pass to Masampu. He tries to get it away from 3 or 4 Eastbourne players and find Critchlow, but it's intercepted. Then there's a 50-50 challenge between Dom Revan and George Alexander, but the referee has given it against Dom Revan just outside the box in a dangerous position.
Yeah, no, I'm not certain that's a foul, to be totally honest. 50-50, but it is a good position now for Eastbourne Borough to take advantage and fire a free kick at the Hampton and Richmond goal.
Yep, and I'm sure that is what they will be trying to do. There's a 5-man wall for the Beavers, which is going to be set a fair way inside their own 18-yard box. Ted Curd has the task of getting them set up. How far to the left does he stand? How much open space does he leave in his goal? It's the number 9, George Alexander, and the number 33, Pierce Bird, stood over it. It's Alexander to take, hits straight off the wall. The rebound came back in. Diarra extended a leg but didn't get anything on it and runs out of play for a goal kick. Not too much concern from the free kick in the end.
No, not at all. I think just looking at the shots, it was never really going in, was it? It was always going wide, so not too much worry for Ted Curd.
Mike Atkinson just dropping into a fullback position. He's looking for the ball over the top, but you're going to have to do quite well to get it over the head of Diarra, who heads it clear. Another free kick given against Hampton and Richmond, this time on the halfway line. And they tried to take it quickly, but the referee, not having any of it, asks them to go back and retake. The referee for today is Lisa Ben. We finally got that crucial information.
Got the information that we needed. There is a player down.
Yeah, sorry, I just missed that. So,
not sure who it is.
The physio has been told not to come on, and it's Billy French who just went down under some contact.
He's back up on his feet now, though, and able to continue and gets back into position.
So, Ted Curd to get us back underway. 7 minutes gone in this game. It is still Hampton and Richmond 0, Eastbourne Borough 0. Once again, thank you to everybody who is getting involved in the live chat. Sally, yes, we are answering questions. Please do get involved in the live chat as much as possible. Chat to each other even if we don't have time to look at it. But we'll do our very best to get back to any and all comments as long as they are polite and appropriate, of course. But here come the away side. David Sesse on the right-hand side looks for the through ball to the number 17, Jaden Davis, who's now down by the touchline. But Jack Taylor marshals him out of play well, and it will be another goal kick.
Yeah, really good defending there from Jack Taylor. Knows that he is strong enough to hold off Jaden Davis, and the ball runs out for a goal kick, and that is a good move from the number 16 there.
And we do have our first goal of the evening in the National League South coming down at Longmead. Tonbridge Angels hosting Dorking Wanderers, and it is the hosts who've gone in front inside 5 minutes. Jamie Fielding with the goal there. It is Tonbridge Angels 1, Dorking Wanderers 0. Hampton Richmond with the ball over the top looking for James Roberts, but he is flagged for offside. but that very much seems like a ball that the Beavers are trying to hit quickly and often.
Yes, yeah, there's definitely seems like that sort of a game plan that Alan Julian has instructed on his players. Seen it multiple times already, and we are only just entering the 10th minute now.
Well, a great little move there from the Eastbourne winger on the far side, but Dom Revan, as he often does, just doesn't lose his man at all and manages to get the foot in. And then on the follow-up, Alexander, not really sure what the attempt was there, but it's high and wide over the crossbar. 42 people currently watching, which is fantastic, but somehow we've only got 6 likes, which is absolutely shocking. So if you haven't done so yet, it's the easiest thing in the world and it takes 2 seconds to do. Please do press that like button. It doesn't take you a second, but it helps us out massively. So please do consider pressing it if you haven't already done so, and do share around this link as well. Here's Alexander in the box, he gets the shot away, and it's across the face of Ted Kurd's goal, and fortunately just wide of the far post.
Yeah, that was a big opportunity there for George Alexander. The ball just sort of falls kindly for him, really, and then he gets into the penalty area driving forward and just fizzes his shot past the post. But that is a slight warning for Hampton and Richmond to be careful when they have possession of the ball.
Yeah, Sally's asked if Brissett is injured. It is possible that he does have a slight knock. We couldn't be 100% sure of that, but yes, missing from the team alongside a couple of others as well. But yeah, of course, at the start of the season, Hampton and Richmond had a plethora of injuries. Some of those have now returned. Billy French has settled into the team with plenty of starts recently. Johnny Critchlow, as you said, making his first start. So slowly but surely, Alan Julian has managed to get his, what maybe you'd call his strongest squad, back together over the course of the season.
Yeah, definitely. You know, the more players that are available, the better. And that was a couple of,
some real crunching challenges.
Yeah, some real crunching challenges going on there.
Just waiting for something to go wrong there, waiting for someone to get a bit too excited. But it did cannon off of the referee in the end, so she has pulled up play to drop the ball at the restart in Eastbourne's favour. And back underway we go. So Diarra at the back. Sesse looked to drop deep to give Quick an option, but instead he's gone infield and now over onto the right-hand side with Pierce Bird. Down the line to Isaac Piblado, but it's a great sliding interception from Mauro Valette to slow down the passage and put it out of play for a throw-in. We've just bounced up to 13 likes. You see, abusing your followers does work. So, again, 36 of you and only 13 of you have pressed the like button. So if you haven't done so, please do press it. It really does help us out.
Helps a massive amount.
Here come Eastbourne once again, probably the team in the ascendancy so far in this game. Down the right-hand side, Mike Atkinson again coming over to support his fullback. A great challenge from him. Another throw to be taken quickly. It's pretty relentless stuff so far by Eastbourne Borough. Quick respite as the ball is with Diarra, and the Hampton and Richmond backline able to push themselves forwards. Played out to the right-hand side now with Sesse forwards looking for the offside flag, and yet it was Jaden Davis who had strayed beyond the last man, so that just breaks up the attack. But yeah, Eastbourne will certainly be the happier of the two teams so far.
Yes, definitely. They are keeping the ball very, very well. Haven't created a massive amount of opportunities so far, but they are passing the ball back and forth across their back line on numerous occasions as of right now.
Ted Kurd once again with the ball at his feet. Recently playing for the under-19s, but on that occasion his pass was flat and given away. The shot from Sesse blocked away. Still in possession though are the visitors. He's got 4 Hampton and Richmond shirts around him, and they win it back, but then the linesman on that near side gives a free kick in favour of Eastbourne, so another dangerous opportunity for them to whip across into the box.
Yeah, another dangerous position. Of course, nowhere near as central on the field, but still a good cross into the box could potentially cause some problems. Hopefully the Hampton and Richmond defence can deal with it.
Shahid Khan says thank you for having the match time and score on the live. Well, you're absolutely welcome. This is all a work in progress. We've come a long way since we first started doing these broadcasts, and will just continue to incrementally make them look better and better. We are, of course, always at the mercy of technology, and sometimes it just doesn't work for whatever reason. But so far, so good. Here comes the cross into the middle of the goal. Jack Taylor rises highest and heads it away, straight into the path of Alfie Williams, who's got James Roberts charging beyond him. He's now over the halfway line. He's got Critchlow to his left, who he finds. Critchlow looks for the ball down the line for Musampu. He does manage to pick it up. He's now down by the corner flag, crosses to the back post. Villette is there. He tried to hit it first time. It nearly fell to James Roberts, and Eastbourne managed to clear their lines. But a thunderous counter-attack by Hampton and Richmond, back to front in a matter of seconds, and nearly finding a big opportunity. Alfie Williams looking for the wonder pass that we've seen from him a few times, but that was intercepted by Diarra. One back though by Williams. Here is Critchlow down by the corner flag, now nearly inside the box. He goes back to Musampu. Critchlow. Musampu again. He has the ball challenged out of play, but still a throw-in for the Beavers. But a fantastic counter-attack by Hampton and Richmond there.
Oh, brilliant. And the ball to the back post from Musampu was sensational. Just unfortunately, Villette could not keep the shot on target, but really, really good moment there for Hampton and Richmond.
Here's Jack Taylor marauding forward with the ball at his feet. Finds Critchlow. Taylor stays up in support. Cross from Critchlow found Villette again in the 18-yard box, but kicked away by Eastbourne. Mike Atkinson now chasing it back down by his own corner flag. He is dispossessed, but the assistant on that side gives the free kick in our favour on that occasion, thankfully. It looks like we've got a big goal at that game between first and second place. We're not sure who scored it, but which way has it gone, Lloyd?
It's gone to the visitors, Truro City. So that currently does mean if the game ends in this way, Truro will go top of the table, level on points with Farnborough. Massive game at the top.
Yeah, Truro, they were the newly promoted team last season and are playing, well, hundreds of miles away from home in Plymouth. It was a difficult year for them, but back on home turf, they have really gone from strength to strength, and now they are looking to go top of the table, as you just said, Lloyd. So we'll keep a very close eye on that and the rest of the games in the division this evening. But here at Beverley Stadium, as you can see in the top left of your screens, it is still Hampton and Richmond 0, Eastbourne Borough 0, and we are just 16 minutes of the way into this game. Plenty of time to go. Long ball forward by Eastbourne, nearly taken under control by Jaden Davis, who was in the centre of goal, but he couldn't get it under his control, and it rolled through nice and easily for Ted Curd.
Yeah, no, that was a great opportunity for Jaden Davis if he took the ball down there. But fortunately enough for ourselves, it rolled straight through to Ted Curd. So no opportunity availed there for the visitors.
And the referee's just seen something she's not happy with. I think talking to Billy French, I don't know if he kicked the ball away when they were trying to restart. I did miss that, unfortunately. But back underway with the throw. Billy French called straight back into action. The ball is played to the left byline, and there is it's a simple tap in for George Alexander. The cross was from the man we didn't want to see, Isaac Pitblado. That strong left foot, almost the same position that he crossed it in for Hampton and Richmond last season in that win against Eastbourne Borough. But he's come back to haunt his former club, setting up the number 9, George Alexander. It's Hampton and Richmond 1. Let me try that again. It's Hampton and Richmond 0, Eastbourne Borough 1.
Yeah, it's a really good ball into the box. It's in a dangerous position, and George Alexander now makes it 3 goals in his last 3 National League South games. So he is the man in form at the moment for Eastbourne Borough, and they have gone ahead here at the Beverley Stadium, unfortunately.
So early on here, still within the first 20 minutes, Hampton and Richmond have work to do to get themselves back into this game. A goal down for the 4th time in as many games. So back underway. Atkinson into Musampu, and suddenly they will need to come forward more so than they have done in these opening spells. We've seen what they can do on a lightning counter-attack, but they'll need to try and take the initiative a little bit more. Otherwise, Eastbourne will fancy their chances of creating more opportunities to double their advantage, and they've got it back in possession here. Here's Dan Quick on the right-hand side. A good challenge by Masampu. It looks like that's going to be it is yet another corner for Eastbourne. A rough patch for the Beavers to have to navigate here.
Yeah, no, they've just got to weather the storm now for the next minute or two. Just try and get their foot on the ball, start knocking it around with their teammates. As, a game can very quickly go from 0-0 to 2-0 in a matter of minutes. So
Sese to take the corner. Plenty of bodies in the box and around the goalkeeper, Ted Curd. It's played out all the way to the back post. Diarra with the one, heading it up into the air. It's in a very dangerous area. Oh, it was a back heel, an audacious back heel from 2 or 3 yards out by Alexander again. Somehow stayed out of the net, but a huge let-off for Hampton and Richmond.
Yeah, no, a really, really good save actually by Ted Curd as well, because he's not got a lot of time to see that whatsoever. So the matter of the fact that he was able to get his left hand out to the ball to stop it from going into the net, really impressive save.
Building out from the back now, Masampu forwards to Critchlow, a great challenge by Quick. And the referee and linesman just communicating which way they think that decision should go, and it is a throw-in for Hampton and Richmond. Kevin Vine, clearly an Eastbourne supporter, says get in. His team are 1-0 to the good. If you're any Eastbourne fans listening and you haven't liked the video yet, I think you definitely owe us one. We are currently giving you 3 points, so the least you could do is give us a like. Likewise, if you support any other team and haven't liked this video yet, we've only got 18 likes and there's 40 people watching, so sort it out. Here's Critchlow. His first touch was decent, but it still rolls out of play. Do also get involved in the live chat as well. We will read out all of your comments.
Yeah.
Looks like there's been a goal down at Arbour Park between Slough Town and St Albans. Lloyd Hassel.
Yeah, St Albans are the side that have scored. They have taken the lead, and as it stands, they will move up into 22nd place, whilst Slough remain in 7th at the moment. But that is quite a surprise, relatively considering St Albans started the day in 23rd and Slough in 7th.
Absolutely, and Slough Town up until the last few weeks have been, well, the best team in the land at home. They went over a year unbeaten at home, and now it's become a bit of a nightmare for them in that sense. Still a long way to go, of course, but at the moment, as we've just been told by my co-commentator, St Albans have the lead. Likewise, the visitors here are in front by a goal to 0. Play in the middle of the park. Currently it's launched forwards into Hampton and Richmond territory. Dom Revan will pass it back to Ted Curd, who's looked a bit under pressure with the ball at his feet. He does find a great pass through to Critchlow, who goes down under a challenge by Dan Quick, and the free kick 10 yards inside the Hampton and Richmond half, which Mike Atkinson is keen to take nice and quickly. Adam Carter says, thanks, just shared it in our Eastbourne Facebook group. Good luck to both teams tonight. Thank you very much, Adam. That is greatly appreciated. We hope you are enjoying. Pyro says, I'm a Borough fan, liked the video, brilliant coverage. Thank you very much. Well, we'll try not to let our heads get too big, won't we, Lloyd? But very much appreciated. We look to try and provide the best service that we can. Here is Masampu evading a challenge well. Critchlow just couldn't get the ball out of his feet. Villette was clear down the right-hand side inside the penalty area, but Critchlow's done well and won it back here. He's now charging down to the right corner flag. He tries to cross it in. It takes a big deflection, and it will be a corner for Hampton and Richmond, and a chance to finally try and put some pressure on the Eastbourne keeper, Joseph Wright.
Yeah, no, really good passage of play. Critchlow, of course, had mishit his pass and then goes ahead and wins the ball back, so credit to him for doing that. And of course, from that, we have now got ourselves a corner and an opportunity to find an equaliser.
Yep, it's Alfie Williams stood over this corner. He'll be an in-swinger if he does put it into the box. He's got James Roberts as the short option, and we know that Hampton Richmond do like a short corner. But he stuck both hands up in the air and it crosses to the back post. Jack Taylor's underneath it. It gets an awkward bounce, but just goes over the crossbar. But that did have Joseph Wright a little bit worried.
Yeah, brilliant ball in to the back post. It looped up so high, and then the header just bouncing over the crossbar. We're not talking too much away from finding the back of the net, so really, really close, and it shows that we are a threat from corners, so hopefully we get a few more and then find the back of the net.
Yeah, an encouraging response from Hampton and Richmond a few minutes after that goal from George Alexander. And midway through the first half now, another free kick for Eastbourne, 10 yards inside the Hampton and Richmond half. We are at 24 minutes here in the first half. It is Hampton and Richmond 0, Eastbourne Borough 1. Not too many goals around the division so far to speak of. It's there's plenty of 0-0s by the looks of things.
Yeah, it's been very quiet. Only 4 goals scored, and of course one of them has been scored here, so not a massive amount of goals so far.
Jack Taylor with a clearance high into the sky. It drops down on the head of Dominic Odesanya. And now Diarra heading it forwards as well, but Kia sends it back where it came from. Diarra is tall enough to get on the end of that one as well. And Hampton and Richmond have found it difficult so far to retain possession for any long periods, but a poor clearance drops favourably, but well recovered by Pierce Bird. Eastbourne, well, you look around, they are quite a large team, aren't they? So
yes,
it's very physical.
Yeah. Physical battle so far in this game, especially like when those 3 tackles went in, one after the other, and it was very, very physical in there. So it has been a physical battle so far in this game.
Ball back with Joseph Wright, who's had to come a long way out of his area to play the simple pass from the throw-in. But Eastbourne give away possession with the ball forwards. Or actually, no, it took a deflection, sorry, so another throw-in. A reminder, our next home game, as it stands, is not until Tuesday the 23rd, so a month and a day from today. A long old time. But of course, it is Movember coming up. Our title front of shirt sponsors. We will be raising money for their cause, which of course is all around men's mental and physical health. A great cause, and the Hampton Richmond squad will of course be growing moustaches again, so do keep an eye on our social media for that and find out ways to get involved yourselves. The ball forward for Hampton and Richmond, and they've earned themselves a throw-in just in line with the 18-yard box, but Eastbourne have a player down inside their own area. Just looks a bit winded to me. Should be fine to continue, maybe just looking to slow down the restart slightly.
Yeah, I mean, we have the ball in a good position here, so hopefully we can create an opportunity to score from it.
Here's Williams inside the box. Can he find an angle? Finds Mike Atkinson outside the area. He's got Masampu to his left. Instead, puts it between the lines for Critchlow, but it's eventually cleared away. Here is Jack Taylor on the halfway line into Kia. Kia back to Taylor. Now Atkinson. Eastbourne doing well to press Hampton and Richmond at the moment. They've forced them all the way back now to Ted Curd. What can he do on the ball? The Chelsea loanee. And they've left him to pick out his pass, and he's gone simple to Dom Revan, but he's going to receive it straight back as well. Decides to go long, but it's a bit too straight and narrow, and Roberts gives up his run pretty quickly as it bounces easily through to Joseph Wright.
Well, as soon as we said there's been no goals, there's been a flurry of goals.
Well, tell us all about them.
Welling United have taken the lead against Enfield Town. Slough Town have equalised against St Albans. And Chippenham Town have taken the lead away from home against Chesham United at the Meadow.
Yeah, so a big goal for Slough. They won't want to become just the second victim of the Saints this season. The title of the first, of course, unfortunately goes to us, but we won't talk about that too much.
No.
Here are Eastbourne in possession once again, and you do feel that the possession stats, if we were able to get any, would be slightly skewed in favour of the away side so far. But that doesn't mean to say we haven't posed any threat going forward. We have had some opportunities, but nothing quite clear-cut yet, I'd say. Back again with Quick. Musa Diarra just outside of his own box, goes back to the keeper, Joseph Wright. Here come Eastbourne down the left-hand side. It's Jaden Davies. He gets his cross blocked, and that's out for a corner. Craig says, can you put the camera on the game? No, we would love to, and there's a reason that we don't. It is illegal.
Yeah.
So we physically cannot. So this is the best you're going to get, unfortunately. You'll get to see our lovely faces, and of course the coverage of the technical area as well. So, oh, it's not a throw-in, sorry. It's going to be a throw, but they are setting up for the long throw, which Hampton and Richmond did struggle with on Saturday, with Oxlade-Chamberlain for Truro taking those.
It seems like
and no, actually, I was correct the first time. He's now put it down for the corner. There we go. Outswinger to the back post. Diarra again is the outlet, but this time Critchlow, of all people, gets to it first and heads it away from danger. Williams has tracked back to play it back into Critchlow, and he clears it upfield. Now, Quick out to Bird. Bird looks to cross from very deep. Just hits straight into the head of Dom Revan that finds Villette. Now, Critchlow at the top of Hampton and Richmond's formation. Here's Atkinson over the halfway line. Cuts back on himself and goes to Dom Revan. Revan with the one-touch pass to Jack Taylor. Keir out to Billy French. French to Dom Revan. Currently, Hampton and Richmond 0, Eastbourne Borough 1. Thank you to everybody who is watching still. Again, please do get involved in the live chat, and if you haven't done so already, please do like the video. We're on 25 likes. I think we can hit 50 before the end of the evening. Here come Eastbourne. Again, it's Isaac Pitblado charging down the line, trying to get past French and Critchlow, but the two do gang up on him eventually. There's a bit of tussling off the ball between French and Pitblado, with Pitblado going down. The referee did see it, but decided it was 12 of one, half a dozen of the other, and let play go on. Great little bit of close ball control from Villette, and he receives it back eventually from Atkinson. Villette just puts way too much on his forward pass, with James Roberts making the run in front of him.
Great ability to shield the ball there, just keeping like 2 or 3 Eastbourne Borough players away from possession, and then of course unfortunately he did overhit the pass.
Well, as you can see in the top right, Alan Julian will appeal for everything as if it is the last thing he can ever appeal for, and his side do get the throw in on that occasion. Diarra with a big header away finds Alexander, but it's a loose touch from the striker, and Masampu can now come away with it. He's being chased down by 2 pink shirts, plays it to Villette, who tries to cut inside, but Sesse gets the final touch, and it's out of play for a throw-in to the TW12 side. Masampu to take, quickly to Jack Taylor. Taylor to Ted Curd. Looks like they have just, well, not to impose the commentator's curse, but they have just managed to get through the storm a little bit.
Yeah.
Just starting to pick up a little bit of rhythm, perhaps.
Yes, yeah, the last few minutes really has had some nice passages of play, kept possession very, very well, just waiting on that opportunity to occur.
Danny Brown says, evening from a very damp Eastbourne. Thank you for doing this. Beats following the game on X. Yeah, we do tend to, we have started using X for away games. I I don't know what Eastbourne do. I assume that's why you've said that. But yeah, we've tried to use X, and well, it's just all about experimentation. Susie says, love the commentary, guys. Well, I love you too. And the ball lands with Joseph Wright in goal. Still 1-0 to Eastbourne Borough. We just want to take us through all of the scores so far in the National League, Lloyd.
Cool. Bath City are currently 0-0 against Weymouth. Chippenham Town are winning 1-0 away from home against Chesham United. Truro City, of course, are winning that top-of-the-table clash against Farnborough by a goal to 0. Here we are currently 1-0 down against Eastbourne Borough. Salisbury are drawing 0-0 against Weston-super-Mare. Slough Town are drawing 1-1 against St Albans, the only game where both sides have scored a goal so far. Tonbridge Angels are ahead against Dorking Wanderers. Torquay United and Worthing are drawing 0-0 at Plainmoor. And the final game, Welling United are 1-0 up against Enfield Town.
Well, as we just went into that, Billy French has now gone down and is receiving treatment. It looks like it might have been his knee either landing awkwardly or receiving a bit of contact that might have jarred it. So the physio is on the field seeing to him. So both sets of teams using this opportunity to take a bit of a breather and take on some fluids and take on some instructions from their coaches. So let's try and just sum up that opening half an hour or so, Lloyd. Probably, well, obviously the scoreline, but in general, Eastbourne still probably just edging things.
Yes, yeah, I would say so. In the earlier stages, they did keep the ball really, really well. In the past 5 minutes, though, there have been signs that Hampton and Richmond are keeping possession a little bit better, making more passes back and forth and getting a little bit more of a few passages of play going. So still a long way to go in this one.
Yeah, Billy French still not up on his feet. He is sat up. Just as I say that, he is now attempting to get up.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah, well, yeah, in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way. Yeah, we're not calling it a curse.
And he is trotting off the pitch as well, and there's not much action on the Hampton and Richmond bench. So fingers crossed, Billy French will be returning to action immediately.
It looks positive.
Yeah, which is always good to see, especially given his past with injuries. Of course, he was a hot prospect in the Charlton Academy, and then just some terrible luck with some pretty serious injuries. Curtailed his career there briefly, then picked up back at Erith and Belvedere on loan from Tonbridge Angels before joining us in the summer.
He's back on the field as well.
Yeah, he is now. We are now back up to 11 players, and we are back underway. So I'm sure that will add a few minutes on at the end of this first half, which we still have about 10 minutes of regular time to play with anyway. And the ball is with Ted Curd once again. HJ Falkin says the problem with Hampton and Richmond is that they always try to walk it in. And I'm going to safely assume that is a reference to the IT crowd. Fantastic show and a great scene. I can't remember for the life of me what the next line is, so I can't join in on the bit, but have you ever seen the IT crowd?
No, I have not, no.
I haven't watched all of it, but that clip about the football does keep coming up. Craig says, cool hand tattoo. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. So, throw in on the far side for Eastbourne Borough. Pierce Bird lining this one up. Giving the ball a good wipe with his T-shirt. Going for the long throw. In it comes. It is a long throw. Diarra goes down under some pressure. They wanted the penalty. There weren't too many appeals from the team in pink, to be fair. But the referee was strong in her conviction anyway.
Oh, he is still down.
Yep, not in much comfort, and actually requesting the physio to come on. Again, it looked fairly innocuous when he went down.
Yeah.
But, yeah, maybe holding his hamstring or his thigh, not too sure. So another stoppage in play, and that just once again interrupts the flow of things, as maybe Hampton and Richmond was starting to grow into things.
Yes, yeah, definitely. As we have said, the past few minutes, been getting a lot of possession on the ball, just getting a feel for it, because in the earlier passages of play, that was not really occurring. Eastbourne were the side who were having possession of the ball more often. There has also been a goal at at Torquay United's Plainmoor ground, and it has gone to the away side. Worthing take the lead, which means they go above Torquay into 6th in the table.
Yeah, keeping you updated with all of the scorelines around the National League South this evening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games by my count this afternoon or this evening. Not the full lineup that we're used to, but plenty of action so far. Only games that remain goalless are the ones between Bath and Weymouth and Salisbury and Weston-super-Mare. The away team is winning in 4 of the games so far. The hosts are only winning in 3.
Speaking on Salisbury and Weston-super-Mare, Weston-super-Mare are unbeaten in their last 9 National League South games. They are trailing at home to Salisbury, who are unbeaten in their last 4. So both sides on really good runs of form, but it is the hosts that have taken the lead.
Yeah, and now the only goalless game we're waiting for is the one down at Twerton Park between Bath and Weymouth. But here we are still waiting for play to get back underway. Moussa Diarra, the former Hampton and Richmond defender, played at the likes of Dartford since his departure, Barnet, and now Eastbourne, is finally back up to his feet, still not looking comfortable, and it looks like there is going to be a substitution for Eastbourne. I can see someone on the far side getting ready. But it might not happen immediately. We will just wait to see. He may well come back on just to allow the substitute to get fully ready.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like it's his arm that he's holding. Maybe he landed awkwardly on his wrist.
Yeah.
He rejoins the field and he's trying very hard to keep his right arm very straight and limp by his side. So I'm not sure that's something that can continue for too long. The substitute is still stood and receiving instructions, so I do believe we will see a change sooner rather than later. But currently it's Hampton and Richmond in possession on the restart, just given away though, and a throw-in for Eastbourne. Thank you once again to everybody who is tuning in. There's 54 of you listening at the moment, and we've got 26 likes, which is much better than it was earlier. But please do continue to press the like button if you haven't done so already. It takes you 2 seconds, and it makes a massive, massive difference for us. Very much appreciated. A quick succession of throws. Pip Blado getting plenty of practice. But that one's flicked on and out of play for the goal kick. 4 minutes of regular time. I'm sure there will be a fair chunk of additional as well with those 2 injuries late in this half. But we will have half-time entertainment for you on this stream. We won't just be cutting to a blank screen or anything like that. So you don't even need to go anywhere. Stick around and we'll have an entertaining video for you to see you through until the restart. We of course will take a quick break to go and use the gents and take on fluids. I'm quite thirsty actually.
Same here.
Yeah, some tap water might be in order as a nice little treat. Here is Dom Revan. But you guys don't need to go anywhere. We'll have entertainment for you, so don't go anywhere at half time. Ted Curd in possession, not the best first touch from him, just puts himself under a little bit of pressure, comes out to Atkinson. Atkinson calmly back to Taylor, who does have a bit of space to manoeuvre and slow things down, and Ted Curd will get a second bite of the cherry. Now up to 32 likes, 33 likes, fantastic. Can we hit 35? That's the next challenge. French back to Kia, who's dropped in between the centre halves. Now Taylor bit of urgency from Hampton and Richmond upon the restart going into these final few minutes of the first half. Can they find a way back into this game before the break? Not too many chances to speak of for the team in red. Roberts dropping deep, his attempted pass blocked out of play for the throw in. It looks like we are going to get the additional time. Or actually, that looks like that might be the substitution board. Looks like French might well be coming off for Archie Taylor. I'm trying my best to read the board upside down, but we will see.
Not the easiest job in the world.
I believe it might be Archie Taylor. Yes, it is Archie Taylor. Right, so I can get that ready. And in the meantime, Mike Atkinson on the attack for Hampton and Richmond.
Yeah, Hampton and Richmond just passing the ball from side to side at the moment. Trying to create that opening.
Yep, here's Villette back to Critchlow. And Critchlow duly challenged to the floor. Alexander with it on the halfway line, but Kia tries to win the throw for his side, and the referee does give it in their favour. Alan Julian getting right involved there, kicking every ball, trying to get play underway. Here's Villette with a good dribble to evade a challenge. He's now approaching the box rapidly, tries to feed in Roberts. It's going to land to him nearly, but it's headed to the goalkeeper, and the referee had blown her whistle anyway for something in the build-up. But with that, we will have the substitution.
Yeah, first change of the game.
Substitution for Hampton and Richmond, leaving the field number 2, Billy French.
Hopefully it is not too serious of an injury for Billy French. Would be a blow if he was out for a period of time, but hopefully the player coming on the field can do a job and put the shift in.
And now with just a few seconds left, we await the additional time as well. So we'll let you know as soon as we get that. It looks like it's going to be... Ooh. Well, I thought it said 2, but I'd probably guess it's actually meant to say 5.
Yeah.
Because we did have a fair bit of stoppage.
A couple of stoppages of play. Yeah, I think that is 5. It is. So 5 minutes of additional time here in the game. Due to, of course, Billy French going down and then Diarra also going down for a few minutes. So, of course, with there being a couple of stoppages, then there will be more additional time than there would be on a regular National League South match.
Yep, so here is Critchlow, who dropped in deep to receive the pass from Taylor. It's going to come back towards the Hampton Richmond defence. Kia challenged whilst he was already off the ground, so the referee is blown, but it's taken very, very quickly. Here's Williams looking to put some real urgency in this attack. Here's Masampu, who's pushed up down the left-hand side. He's up against Sesse, plays it into Atkinson. Atkinson goes down on the edge of the box, the referee unmoved. Atkinson holding his knee, and a few obscenities sent the referee's way, which we won't repeat. But not the free kick he would have wanted, and instead just a throw in to Eastbourne. We are a minute or two into 5 additional minutes at the end of the first half, where it's still Hampton and Richmond 0, Eastbourne Borough 1. We will have half-time entertainment for you, so don't go anywhere, and please do continue pressing the like button. We've now hit 35. Can we hit 40 before we get to half-time? I'm sure we can. We just need 5 more people to press the like button who already haven't done so. Thank you to everyone who already has, and thank you just for tuning in. The live chat is open, and if you'd like to get your thoughts in about anything, National League, Hampton and Richmond, Eastbourne Borough, or just football in general, any questions, any thoughts, get them in the live chat. Long throw, downfield it, comes off nicely for Jaden Davies. He lets it roll out of play though, and another throw, this time right down by the corner flag on this near side. Well, it looks like the goal, the Raymac was disallowed. Or is, just not updated.
Just not updated.
My bad.
No worries, that's my phone for you.
So we'll see the long throw exercised once again here for Eastbourne Borough. This time Musa Diarra at the front post. He'll be looking to get a flick on. He nearly does. It falls kindly, though, to Jaden Davies, but his first-time effort is actually going to go out of play for a throw-in, unless Alexander has kept it in, but he hasn't been able to do that.
No. Wild effort from Jaden Davies. And we're back underway.
Yeah, the long throw forwards. Williams earning his side another throw. Yeah, definitely needs some water. Just got a bit of a dry throat. Alexander for Eastbourne, his touch straight out of play. And the good news is, despite being a goal down, they did weather that storm that came soon after the goal, and they're still very much within touching distance of Eastbourne.
Yes, definitely. It was very important to not go 2-0 down, because, yeah, to be 2-0 down in a game, it is very difficult to come back from that point.
Eastbourne with the throw on this near side. I thought there's been lots of throw-ins in this game.
Massive amount.
Down to the corner flag. It's Jaden Davies up against Masampu. He's assisted by Atkinson, and the duo earn a goal kick. Curd does go short. Jack Taylor inside the 18-yard box, picks it up, goes out to Mike Atkinson. Atkinson back to Curd. Only a minute or so remaining of the additional 5 at the end of the first half. Long from Curd, looking for Roberts. Goes over his head. He's not going to be able to keep that one in. Oh, he thought he did. He thought he did, but the linesman disagreed and gives the throw.
Oh, it's very close. Very unfortunate that. Did so well to almost keep the ball in play.
Yeah, big call by the linesman, because Roberts would have been bearing down inside the penalty area had he been allowed to continue.
Already has 6 goals this season in all competitions, so he is firing and raring to go to get even more.
Yeah, of course, that well-deserved hat-trick against Enfield Town a few weeks ago.
Ended up winning him the National League South Player of the Month award.
Yes, of course, yeah. And, well, chance for Hampton Richmond to end strongly here. They've earned a free kick about midway inside the Eastbourne half, well over to the right-hand side. So, Eastbourne defenders lining up just on the edge of their area. A good delivery could just cause a little bit of confusion in the corridor of uncertainty between the goalkeeper and that back line. It's Atkinson and Williams stood over this one. Probably the last bit of action we'll see in this first half, at which point we'll cut to some lovely half-time entertainment for you, so you don't need to go anywhere at all. Williams puts both hands up in the air. He does deliver it. It's a low one out to the edge of the area. Kia with a wild effort, and that is the half-time whistle. Lloyd Hassel.
Yeah, so half-time here at the Beverley Stadium, and here are the remaining games in the National League South, and this is the current results of those so far. Bath City are drawing 0-0 with Weymouth. Chesham United are 1-0 down against Chippenham Town. The battle at the top, Farnborough are losing at home to Truro City. Hampton Richmond, of course, 1-0 down against Eastbourne Borough. The goal in the Salisbury versus Western Supermere game was disallowed, so it is 0-0. Slough Town are being held at home by 1-1 against St Albans. Tonbridge Angels are still 1-0 up after that early goal by Jamie Fielding against Dorking Wanderers. Torquay United are 1-0 down against Worthing. And finally, Welling United are currently winning against Enfield Town by 1-0.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Lloyd, for the updates. We will be back just before the start of the second half, but you don't need to go anywhere. Here is the half-time entertainment.
Right then. So first one, pace. I've started that writing is terrible, but I think 89 pace. Geo is quick. I know, come against him a few times, very quick.
I go 77 on pace. Think he's rapid enough for being a centre midfielder. Yeah, but it's not massively quick. I think so. It's not his game anyways. Bulldog. We'll leave it there.
With Mr. French, pace, he is quick, deceptively quick. Like, you'd think you're past him, but you're not past him. You have to go all the way.
55 pace. He's very he's very slow, but he plays the game in his head. You know, the first 5 yards are said to be in the head, so I think O'Day is not known for his pace, but I feel like he's more known for his positioning, and I think that will come to play or fruition later on in the card, the ratings reveal.
Dribbling, I think this is the one he's going to care about the most. I think. I would say, like I said, he likes to get at people, take people on 1v1. Likes a bit of a drop over the shoulder, so 86 dribbling.
He's a defensive bulldog. Yeah, nah, he is unbelievable with the ball. Massive work rate. I think he reads as well, really well, defensive wise, what to do. So I give him an 89 there.
Passing, up there. Quality pass. You know what I mean? You can do diags, spin it in the channels, play it to your feet, 5-yard pass on point. Dribbling. I've seen him go on a few mazy runs. He does do an occasional mazy run, and the ball's quite tight. He keeps it close to him. So yeah.
Got an 85 again. I feel like he protects the ball really well. He's very strong. He's got that sort of bulky body shape, so you know he gets himself between the man and the ball really well. And he's aggressive, and I think that's everything. I actually don't jump in, come into physicality. I'm not sure if he jumps that well, but
I think jumping is its own.
Yeah, I was jumping his own. Okay, well, fine. Well, and he gets about the pitch really well, you know, physically. You know, he's a very fit lad, so I think 85 is very fair again.
So I think overall, I reckon, nice 86.
94 for me.
But yeah, so overall I'd say 84. 84, steady.
86, I think that's fair. I think that puts him alongside some of the best players in the game, so I think he'll be very happy with that.
Our friendship is in play.
Yeah. Oh.
Right, so what do you think I gave you on pace?
Probably say, I reckon around 75.
I rate you more than that.
Really?
Yeah.
What, you going towards like 80?
You close. No, you close to it.
About 79 then. 79?
That's 77.
I'll take that, to be honest. I think that's fair. So I'm not slow, but I'm not like.
It's what I said.
Yeah,
it's what I
yeah.
said.
Right, mate. So what are you hoping for?
Pace, I think I'd like to think pace is quite good. And for me personally, I'll hope my defending's good, because that's my pride and pace. Like, that's my baby, my defending.
Yeah. Overall, what would you?
I'd like to say like 80 something. I'd hope really. I want to say 80 something. If I'm seeing a 7, I'll be a bit questionable.
Defensive.
I think it's got to be mid-80s, to be honest.
Yeah?
85.
Come on, you're the bulldog in midfield.
Not give me 90 plus, have you? Surely not. Yeah, okay, go 87 then.
89.
89?
Yeah.
I think that's too generous, man.
Alright, so pace. I'm gonna put you 78.
78?
Yeah, 70. I think that's steady, to be fair.
Okay, alright.
I said you're deceptively quick.
Yeah, alright, okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Shot, I'd say 78.
Yeah, okay.
Passing, 86.
I'll take that. I'll take that very. That's decent.
I said you could. However they want it, you could. Dribbling, 78.
Yeah, no.
Really see, you get what I mean? Sometimes I see you go on a mazy run.
I'll take that.
Defending, 88.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll do that.
Said you're very tough 1v1. Yeah. Like when back and forth at training, when we go in against each other, very tough. And physicality, 85.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Overall rating, 84.
Yeah, I'll take
That's
that.
steady.
I'll take that. I'd say
He's not happy with the pace.
the pace has let me down.
Pace?
80s I was hoping for 80s. I'd say.
I thought, I've done him a favour here. You get what I mean?
What have I got? Carrying a bus. I'm not even in the 80s.
Nah, 78 ain't that. That's steady.
Overall,
Yeah. Overall, I'll go 86. 85. 87. 80.
so really?
84. No, that's fine. That's good. I'm happy with that. I thought.
I rate you quite well. Everything.
I think you've been very. I think you've been very fair, to be honest. I think that's good. I think the shooting's a bit too high. Defensively, happy defensive.
Yeah. You deserve that 89.
Passing 84, I think that's fair. Physical 84, yeah. Dribbling, yeah. Yeah, I'm just sort of happy with that, to be honest. As a, if you're getting a centre mid on FIFA,
Yeah.
like,
I take it all day.
You've got to say, like, someone that's going to get about the pitch, going to make some tackles, but then can break forward into the box and score some goals. I think if you look at it like that, I think you're looking at one of the best midfielders in the game, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you hoping for?
Yeah.
So like 1 overall rating, and then obviously like say 2 stats you're hoping.
Well, overall rating, I'd say mid-80s, steady. Obviously, when you're doing the specifics, pace, dribbling.
Okay.
I'd say pace and dribbling. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my god, he's done me here. Oh,
What is that?
he's talking about 78 pace. He's put me 79 pace. Oh my.
You're not happy with that?
Me, rapid. That's my whole.
Okay, what about dribbling?
I'll have dribbling.
You'll have that?
No, I still should be higher. 22 defending. Oh, I could do a job.
What?
I think-
You could do my job, fullback.
I reckon I could do it. Wing back. No, I'm not having that. I think I've been very kind. 84, steady, nice. Put everything into perspective. Not having it.
Do you know what I'll take you out?
60 passing. Oh my. He said I got to pass the ball. Done.
Show the real card.
Do you want to see the real one?
Yeah, please.
Alright.
You just got to be having it. Nah.
Shall I read them out? Okay, so pace, you saying 79 is not good enough.
Yeah.
So what do you reckon?
It's got to be high 80s, isn't it? It's got to be high 80s.
I'll give you 89 pace. See, this is what I'm saying. But seeing 89 pace compared to what did I get, 78. Now you can realise
Mine
what I
is
said.
that's realistic, though, isn't it? 78. Right, that.
Okay, fine. Shooting.
Kyle Walker over it. Shooting, I'd say 78.
I gave you 80.
Fair,
Generous.
fair play.
I said
fair.
those late runs into the box, first time finishes, they're not easy.
I'm a provider, you know.
Yeah. Passing, 79.
Yeah, I love that.
I know dribbling to you is important,
That's come on, man.
so I'll give you 86 dribbling.
Yeah.
Defending, 40. It's a winger.
That's
I said-
realistic. Yeah.
And physical, as you can see, I said 88.
It's all image.
And then overall 86.
Oh,
Is that better?
you see what we're talking about?
You're not having that. I said we frame that one.
Oh, unbelievable. Sure.
What was your reaction to that one? You was keeping it in. You told me.
I was round.
He was round.
Jeez, 79 pace. Like that's like my. That's all I got, mate.
So you go kick and run.
Pace. What they call it, speedboat, no triangle. Oh my gosh.
Let's say you play in West Ham. Yeah, you play for West Ham. How many millions would City?
City would pay ridiculous sums for me. I think 125 minimum.
Wow.
And then plus add-ons.
So big time.
130 maybe.
So big time.
No,
Okay,
no. Jokes aside, it'd probably be 30 million. Homegrown player.
I will play fair.
Yeah, 30 million.
Well, you happy with your car then?
I'm more than happy.
yours,
Thank
mate.
you.
I love you, mate.
I hope the respect's extended for your card. Right. So what do you think your passing is?
My passing,
Your passing.
that's gotta be good.
It's very good.
80 highs.
Yeah.
I would take it all day. 88.
Just one under 87.
87.
Yeah, so you take that. I think the way you dictate the play. I think that's your best attribute. That's what I put the highest.
So that's my highest.
That's your highest.
Right.
I probably shouldn't have revealed that.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's
fine.
good. It's good to know.
Yeah.
How you compare me? More Casemiro or more Rodri? Defensive wise.
I think Rodri.
I
I think Rodri's.
was just curious.
Casemiro goes sliding in a lot, doesn't he?
You mean that I don't slide?
You're aggressive, but you don't like
I don't fall into the trap,
Yeah, he loves sliding in. I feel like Rodri's a bit more controlled in that. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
What about pace?
Oh, do you want to move on to that? Yeah.
Why? Okay. You got 77 there. I'm just saying that. I'm quicker than you. You got 77.
No. What do you think your pace? Like, the thing is, the way I see you is like a deep line playmaker. So I don't think that your pace is like.
Maybe because you haven't seen it. But
Yeah, but if you're like running down the wing, like, are you getting away from anyone? That's that's not a question. Do you know what I mean? Are you getting away? Like, do you know what I mean?
it's not a question. I'm just saying. Yeah, you got 77 on pace.
Yeah. Okay, so what?
Like, he's gone to 50 or something. I'm sure.
It's not far off. Yeah, it's in the 50s. Yeah.
Can I change Mike's car? Because, like, let's be honest, boys. I'm quicker than him, and there can't be 20 points of difference in pace.
Legs on me, you know.
What?
I've got legs.
So do I, mate.
Yeah, but
Have you
like,
seen this?
yeah,
Have you
but
seen
like,
this?
you've got like glutes. You know what I mean? You protect the ball well. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Physical-
I'm betting you whatever you want. I'm quicker than you.
Do you think those two scores are accurate?
I think they are fair enough. Like, do you know what I mean? Because I feel like you're a
So you fully believe that you got 77 of pace and I've got 50 what?
55, yeah.
55, yeah?
I just think
do you think that's real?
Yeah, but I think, as I said, I think you're like more of a Rodri.
Yeah, I got both, mate.
I've got Rodri or, you know, that's
Right.
pace, or Busquets. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, we're gonna record the race. Yeah,
but like, the race is...
End of the debate.
First
End of the debate.
How about chuck a ball down and then it's like, you know...
End of the
it's
debate.
like giving a dog a bone, do you know what I mean? I'll go quicker after
So
that.
Ode gets a team of the week. He obviously his stats go up. What would you put it up to?
What, it's pace?
Yeah, so his stats will go up with the team of the week. What would you put it up to?
Yeah, 75.
Still under.
Race, no worries. Race.
75?
Did you learn that? Yeah, I take it. Hey, there's no problem. I talk on the pitch.
Yeah.
Right, let's see the full card.
Alright, this is your full card. I've given you a higher rating than me.
67 of shooting. What is this?
I think you've been too generous for my
I'm
shooting.
being so generous.
I think you've been too generous for my shooting.
I'm getting so generous.
I think your shooting's better than mine. I'll be honest. But pace
80 of dribbling, yeah?
80 dribbling, yeah.
Alright, do you see a penalty against Honchurch? Or?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, but look,
No,
I'm
just asking.
it's a lot better than mine.
Yeah, but do you see a penalty against Honchurch?
No, the way you weaved around, yeah. You know, that was playing in my mind.
Prime Iniesta.
Prime Iniesta.
Okay, look.
86 as well.
I gotta take it. Look.
86, yeah. I'm 84, so I think that's
Passing 87, I take it.
Physical,
defense, I take it. Defense, I take it.
shooting.
Dribbling 80, I can take it.
Yeah.
But this too, I'm so sorry. Yeah, shooting is gotta be at least
You're
75.
I think
At least.
yeah, I think your shooting's better than mine. I don't think mine's 81.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, I feel like mine's like.
fair.
I think mine's 67, and you.
Overall 86, I think is good.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Mike.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
But you're like.
But yeah,
You're like.
pace will change. No worries. We'll record the race.
We can increase that. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
I still love you. Less than earlier, but.
Love that.
Right.
Love that.
Double checking.
There we go. We are back where we need to be, ready for the start of the second half here. We hope you enjoyed that little bit of half-time entertainment. It looks like we're going to have another substitute to tell you about as well. I think it is George Alexander coming off for Eastbourne, and the number 10, Michael Class, coming off. I can't see another corresponding number that would work for Hampton and Richmond. So that's what I'm going to go with. But again, Lloyd, just give us your thoughts on that first half.
First half, definitely towards the end, I felt like as the more the half got on, the more Hampton and Richmond ended up getting on the ball and keeping possession. At the start, of course, Eastbourne Borough were dominating the ball, and then eventually that goal did come from George Alexander. And all in all, still in the game, got another half, plenty of time to get back into it and even potentially find a winner.
Yep, as you said, plenty of time left in this one. Eastbourne Borough just emerging back out onto the pitch. Hampton and Richmond have already been engaged in a fairly rigorous second half warm-up. The referee is also back out on the field, still just waiting to find out exactly who that substitution is going to be. It may well be a Hampton and Richmond substitution, I'm not sure. Moussa Diarra looked to have hurt himself in that first half. He has returned to the field of play and looks like he'll be carrying on. But actually, no, it is a substitution for Hampton and Richmond. It is the number 10, Mr. Jake Gray, coming onto the field, and we'll let you know who that's for in just 1 second.
Just waiting on the substitutes board to go up to find out what Hampton and Richmond player is leaving the field. Still awaiting the ball to go up, as Jake Gray is on the field already, and that is, I believe, the number 9, Roberts, I believe, is the player that has made way. So we are underway here in the second half at the Beverley Stadium for Hampton and Richmond versus Eastbourne Borough. The current scoreline, of course, 1-0 after that George Alexander finish to give the away side the lead. But as it currently does stand, it will be another defeat, but there's plenty of time to rectify that.
Yep, sorry about that. Another, it seems like every week now, the fourth officials board, home or away, is malfunctioning, and he just about managed to get the numbers out before it malfunctioned again and seemed to showed like an error message or something. But yes, it is indeed, as you said, Jake Gray on and James Roberts off. And to be honest, a well-needed rest for James Roberts. He's played, well, pretty much all of the minutes available to him so far this campaign. So, yeah, 45 minutes in the tank for him today. So, comparatively, a bit of a break for our top goal scorer so far this season. But we are underway, a minute gone in the second half, where Hampton and Richmond will be looking to get back into this game. They trail by a 0-0 at home to Eastbourne Borough. Eastbourne in all pink, Hampton and Richmond in red shirts, blue shorts and red socks. This time in the second half, kicking from left to right towards the Alan Simpson stand, returning to their previous favourite end. It is Eastbourne in possession, as we so often talked about in the first half. What can Hampton and Richmond do to affect things this time? Well, all they can do there is give away a free kick just inside their own half. Thank you to everybody who has stuck throughout half-time and everyone who's just rejoining. Please do make sure to press the like button if you haven't already done so. We are nearly at 40 likes. I reckon we can definitely hit 50 before the evening is done, and that would be absolutely fantastic. It is Eastbourne trying to get on the attack, and they've done just that, if not for a great challenge, though, by Jack Taylor down by the corner flag on the far side. It's out for a throw-in. You may have already just done this, but a quick reminder on the goals, although it looks like there's finally been a goal in that game at Twerton Park.
Yep, Bath City have gone ahead and taken the lead. It is Alex Fisher who have put Bath ahead against Weymouth, and there's also been another goal at Plainmoor Ground. Torquay United have equalised. Omar Musa has scored, so he has levelled things up there. 1-1 between Torquay United and Worthing.
Fantastic. Plenty of action going around up and down the National League South. We'll keep you up to date throughout the evening on those, and also let you know how the league table looks at the end of this match day. Valette with a decent first touch. Oh, Hampton Richmond going to get a bit lucky with the breakaway. Not quite. Instead, it's going to come straight back towards them through Dominic Odesanya, who plays a lovely through ball looking for the goal scorer, George Alexander. But he is edged out by Dom Revan, and it's fed straight into the arms of Ted Curd. He's put it back outfield quickly, but Hampton Richmond not able to keep hold of it. It's a poor ball back to the centre-back, Dan Quick. Valette was chasing it all the way as far back as Joseph Wright, but they're able to clear. Long ball, slightly awkward for Jack Taylor, but he just about gets his head on it. It's a strike from range by the number 27, Courtney Clark. And out of play, a good few yards to the right of Ted Curd's goal. Again, please do feel free to get involved in the live chat. We have been responding to everyone's comments so far, so get yours in as well. Here are Eastbourne down by the touchline, and they've earned themselves another corner as our videographer James Wood catches the ball behind the goal there. So once again, Pierce Bird is the one lining up to take. Hampton Richmond leaving two players up on the halfway line, Alfie Williams and Gianni Critchlow. Plenty of pace and technical ability between the two of them if a counter-attack presents itself to them, but it's Musa Diarra out of the back post up against Revan. Doesn't get through to him though. It's Archie Taylor with the header, and Masampu will try to bring it out. He goes down under a challenge. The referee judges it to have been a fair one, and now Eastbourne will come again, crossed by Pip Blado. Jack Taylor heading outside of his area, picked up straight away by Clark. One back though by Atkinson, who then dives into another challenge. He's on the floor still trying to win it. Unfortunately, it breaks away, and here's Bird free to put a cross in. He strikes one very firmly across goal, but he actually misdirects it, and it goes over Ted Curd's goal and out of play for a goal kick.
Yeah, it's actually ended up in the far corner of the stadium, so a wild attempt there.
But Eastbourne doing well to keep the Beavers penned back so far in this second half.
Yeah, very much so. So far, struggling to get out of the half. Still plenty of time, though, remaining in this one.
Still waiting to see Jake Gray make an impact. He came on at half-time. Slightly awkward bounce in front of Ted Curd, but he deals with it comfortably in the end. Decides to put it down on the floor. George Alexander, the Eastbourne Borough backline, being very careful with how they press. The long ball forward nearly drops down to Williams, but instead Diarra puts it away from his goal. Falls down to Archie Taylor, another substitute today, on in the first half for Billy French. Taylor with a great ball across the outside of the goal. It's a long-range strike for Josh Keir, and he caught it very, very well. It did go, to be fair, quite a bit wide, but from this angle it looked like he hit it very sweetly indeed.
Yeah, it was some really good play down the right-hand side, and then the ball was fed into Josh Keir, and he just rifled it towards goal. And yeah, as you said, it did look like for a split second that it may have gone in the back of the net, but it did end up going quite far wide. But nevertheless, really good passage of play down the right-hand side with the two substitutes.
Back underway from the goal kick. Williams with a flick on to Jake Gray, who's got plenty of space down the right. He's supported by Mike Atkinson, of all people. Oh, Jake Gray with an awkward cross that landed right on top of Joseph Wright. He had to be backpedaling furiously to get a vital touch on it to tip it over the crossbar and out for a corner. Jake Gray nearly with an instant impact off the bench.
Almost crept in the back of the net there. I mean, definitely was a cross, but Wright nearly caught out by a Jake Gray cross, very close to finding the back of the net.
And Jake Gray looking to make that impact. He's now run over to that far side to take the corner that he has earned for his team. Lots of pink shirts in the box. It falls to Taylor, and he gets it in! And Jack Taylor with his first goal as a Beaver on loan from Sutton United. Cool, calm and composed at the back post. He gets the vital header on it. Joseph Wright can do nothing to get close to it. And Hampton and Richmond, just 9 minutes into this second half, are back on level pegging. Hampton and Richmond 1, Eastbourne Borough 1.
It is a wonderful ball into the box from Jake Gray. The cross is perfect. In that first half, we already did threaten, and that is just a really, really good header from Taylor. As you said, Wright had no chance of stopping that one, and we are back level in this game, and there is plenty of time for a winner. Now, Ted Kerr does have a goal kick that he will go ahead and take. Massive, massive goal here for Hampton and Richmond.
Yeah, and now they'll hope to try and build upon that. Still so long left in this game, but Eastbourne Borough are a great side, as we've seen in the first half, capable of dominating the game. So we are set up for a fantastic 35 minutes of football. Hampton and Richmond 1, Eastbourne Borough 1. Jack Taylor with the equaliser just a moment ago. Here are Eastbourne down by the right-hand corner flag. Williams, though, helping to launch a counter. Critchlow taken out, and an easy free kick for the referee to give, and actually the first yellow card of the evening as well for the number 25, Braden Johnson. Oh, and Susie says the wow. I've got to read it out because I've read out every comment, but it says the guy with the hand tattoos is beautiful, and
getting all the compliments.
Well, that's just
today,
fantastic,
Louis.
isn't it? Yeah, I don't even know who this person is. But there we go. The ball falling nearly for Critchlow. It's kicked up in the air by Quick, and on the second attempt he clears it far away. Masampu now tries to find Atkinson, but has given it away, and now it's a 3v4. Atkinson with the recovery challenge, though, absolutely fantastic. I think there was some appeals for a handball there, but nothing given, and then Kia goes down and draws the free kick to alleviate that pressure. But yeah, great work from Atkinson to make up for his mistake.
Oh, wonderful tackle. Gets back, stops the counter-attacking opportunity that Eastbourne Borough were going to have. Really, really good defending. And then, of course, Josh Kia wins the Beavers a free kick.
Long ball, looking for Archie Taylor. He's right up alongside the goalkeeper. The referee's pointed to the spot! Archie Taylor put himself in harm's way. And Joseph Wright came out. It looked like Taylor got to it first. And that is how the referee has come to the decision to award a penalty. And this game could be about to change around very, very quickly. It's a yellow card for Joseph Wright, who continues to gesticulate with the referee. It's not going to make any bit of difference. She took her time to think about that one and eventually pointed to the spot in favour of the Beavers. But now, more interestingly, with James Roberts not on the pitch, who is going to step up and take this one? Currently, it is Mauro Valette with the ball at his hands.
I mean, it is brilliant from Taylor to just put himself in the way of that one. Really, really good from him, you know. With a goalkeeper on rushing, just looking at the ball. It's a brilliant ball by Ted Curd.
Absolutely. So it looks like it is going to be Mauro Valette to take this one for Hampton and Richmond. They were behind just a few minutes ago, and now they have the chance to take the lead. Silence falls upon TW12. Up he steps. He sends the keeper the wrong way. He goes down the middle. It is Mauro Valette, the best your man can get. puts the Beavers in front for the first time this afternoon.
What a turnaround! And that is what a few minutes can do. I mean, since, of course, we had levelled it in the 54th minute, 4 minutes later, get a penalty, make it 2-1. As I said, a lot can change in a few minutes in football, and that has certainly happened here at the Borough Stadium. A real calm and composed penalty from Mauro Vallette to make it 2-1 to the Beavers.
Absolutely fantastic response from Hampton and Richmond. They were staring down the barrel of another disappointing evening. Still plenty of time to go, of course. We're not getting ahead of ourselves. But with 3 games in a row ending in defeat, going a goal down at home is, obviously going to affect your confidence. But they have come out a changed team in this second half. 2 opportunities and 2 opportunities taken. A set piece, a header from the corner by Jack Taylor, and a penalty scored by Vallette, earned by Archie Taylor's audacious run into the box. And that now puts the Beavers in front. And we still have 30 minutes to go. Archie Taylor, I do think that when the penalty was given, I think he was looking over to the technical area, hoping that he would be allowed to take it. But it looked like Vallette was the designated taker, and I think the right decision is always to stick with what you had planned before in these kinds of situations.
Definitely. Did ever so well to win the penalty in the first place.
Offside given against Eastbourne. Jaden Davies judged to have strayed beyond the last man. Thank you once again to everybody who has been watching throughout this evening. We're having a great evening here at Borough Stadium. Please do press the like button if you haven't done so already. We're on 39 likes. There's 51 of you watching. That means that at least 12 of you haven't pressed the like button, so please do. It really helps us out. It only takes you 2 seconds as Moussa Diarra heads the ball out of play midway inside the Eastbourne Borough half for a Hampton and Richmond throw in. It's taken quickly back to Archie Taylor, and with no one in front of him, he goes back to Dom Revan. Revan in turn back to Ted Curden. We can now restart. Launched forwards, lands at the feet of Taylor. His clearance blocked out of play by Johnson. Maybe just a quick chance to take a breather from all the action here and just have a look at the scorelines around the grounds.
Yep. Bath City still 1-0 up against Weymouth. Chippenham Town remain 1-0 up away from home against Chesham United. Farnborough are still 1-0 down against Truro City in that battle at the top. Hampton and Richmond, of course, your Beavers, currently beating Eastbourne Borough by 2-1. Salisbury and Weston-super-Mare remains the only game tonight that is still 0-0.
Here's Vallette with a chance to make it 3-1. His shot is blocked by Pierce Bird. Another shot follow up though by Josh Keir, and it's just wide of the goal.
Very, very close, and these goals have totally changed the momentum of this game.
Absolutely. Apologies for interrupting you there, Lloyd.
No, that's all good. More pressing matter on the field.
Looks like there's going to be potentially a triple substitution here for Eastbourne Borough. But we will keep you updated with that. The ball is currently still in play though. One back by Jack Taylor. He goes forwards to Vallette. He plays a gentle pass to Critchlow, who keeps the ball in play down the left wing up against Quick. Going further and further infield. He's now inside the penalty area. Can he get a shot away? Oh, he does, and it! The cross finds Jake Gray, and he's got to be inside the 6-yard box. He gets a flicked header, and it somehow doesn't drop below the crossbar, and that was a huge chance.
So close from Jake Gray. It is brilliant play by Gianni Critchlow. Cuts inside, takes Quick on down the byline, and whips a really good ball into the penalty area, and Jake Gray's header just goes wide of the goal. Real good opportunity there for Hampton and Richmond, but this has been a real positive last 10 minutes. Hampton and Richmond on top here at the Borough Stadium, and there will be a few substitutions that are being made here for Eastbourne Borough.
Yeah, well, the substitutions board is absolutely knackered, so I am not going to worry too much about reading those out.
Yeah.
But there we go. Excuse me. Back underway from the goal kick, but a bit of pressure from Hampton and Richmond, and cleared out of play, by Eastbourne. So possession switches hands once again, and well, that is, football is a confidence game, and football is also about goals, and the two are often pretty interlinked. Goals breed confidence, and that's certainly what we're seeing here. Is a beautiful ball out wide by Kia, finds Critchlow. He cuts inside, shoots from range. Again, a nice strike, but a bit too much on it, always going over the bar.
Yeah, always going over the bar, but as you said, the confidence to strike from that position just shows, how this game has gone for Hampton and Richmond. They have only grown into it and are continuing to do so as the game progresses.
So Eastbourne opt to go short again. This time they are able to get it upfield without it going out of play, but that doesn't mean that Archie Taylor can't get the first header. And one back by Jake Gray. Here's Williams under pressure. He goes for the switch ball, looking for Masampu, but it's intercepted well by Sese. Critchlow's there in support though, and now he can use a burst of pace, but tracked well. And Eastbourne do collect the ball from that situation, although it's a poor infield pass. Valette is caught from the follow through by the clearance from Sese, but the referee not interested in anything there. Ball clipped forward. Archie Taylor again gets in front of his man and intercepts, but out of play for an Eastbourne throw. Pip Lardo to take. And Archie Taylor's just picked up a slightly cheap yellow card there for kicking the ball out of play. Yeah, a bit of a silly one from Archie Taylor, or do you think it was important to stop the attack there?
Potentially important to stop the attack. Kicks the ball away, and under the rules, that is a yellow card, so cannot have really too many complaints about that.
Dom Revan's done very well in a tussle on his own touchline there to earn a throw. Goal kick, sorry. That's played out quickly. Revan on the ball again and looking confident with it. Plays a ball into Valette, who's got plenty of space on the halfway, but the challenge by the number 10, the substitute Michael Class, he did just get the slightest of touches on it despite bringing down Valette, and that is why the referee allowed things to continue. Here is Pit Blardo forward to the number 20, Yahaya Bamba. He crosses infield, falls to Alexander. He's got his back to goal. Plenty of red shirts around him. He's now outside the box, and he eventually goes down, and it's one back. A crunching challenge, but Hampton and Richmond come away with it. Here is Critchlow, supported by Masampu. He's made the run. Critchlow has found him. He's got bodies around him. He's outside the box. Plays it to Valette. Here's Gray inside the box, and he makes it 3! The turnaround has been simply incredible, and Jake Gray finished off a simply incredible counter-attack by Hampton and Richmond to make it Hampton and Richmond 3, Eastbourne Borough 1. Simply sensational.
That is an unbelievable team goal. From the back of the defence to the attack, such a good counter-attacking goal. Masampu does so well to find Valette, who has the intelligence to play that first-time pass to Jake Gray, and he slots it past right. Really good finish, a great goal. Hampton and Richmond in this second half have been scintillating. What a second half display from the home side so far. A massive, massive goal for Jake Gray.
Yeah, absolutely deadly on the counter-attack from Hampton and Richmond. David Hunt says get in. That's what we're all thinking and feeling. That's got to be worth a few more likes for those of you watching.
Definitely so.
But we are back underway. We have 22 minutes left in this game. It is Hampton and Richmond 3, Eastbourne Borough 1. The Beavers were behind going into the break and now find themselves with a 2-goal cushion with less than a third of the game to play. Eastbourne now will very much be under pressure to absolutely get the next goal if there is to be one, and then we will be set up for a big finale as a dangerous looking cross is headed upwards by Jack Taylor, and that will be a corner for the visitors.
Well, in the game at the top, there's been 2 red cards. Truro City are down to 9 men. Connor Riley-Lowe and Billy Palfrey sent off. So Farnborough, 11 versus 9, 1-0 down with just over a quarter of an hour left to play there.
Well, that's going to be a true backs-to-the-wall performance, I am sure. But Pyro in the comments just said, what are Borough doing? I think it's more to do with what Hampton and Richmond have done coming out in this second half. But here is a corner for the visitors. It's a decent one. Diarra was in amongst it again. Velette keeps it in play, dances past the challenger. Williams has stayed on his feet and still has it.
Here he goes.
He's up against an Eastbourne defender. He's supported by Critchlow, who's inside the box. He tries to cut it back to find someone. Couldn't really get his head up. Played the ball anyway. And in the end, an easy interception. But Hampton and Richmond are getting from back to front so quickly at the moment.
It's been so effective. Eastbourne Borough do not know what to do with Hampton and Richmond's counter-attacking plays. They really are struggling to contain the likes of Villette, Masampu and Jake Gray.
Borough's mistake was taking off Alexander, but well, unless I have accidentally said that on commentary, he is still on the pitch. I can see him there leading the line, but he's not had much to do in this second half, and Jake Gray trying to feed Atkinson, who would have been clean through 1v1, but that was intercepted, and now a counter-attacking opportunity for Michael Class to lead. He tries to play a through ball for Alexander, but between Dominic Revan and Ted Curd, the ball ends up secure in the goalkeeper's arms. Here are Eastbourne down the right-hand side. Class picks up again just outside the box. It's such an awkward delivery. Oh, and how haven't Eastbourne got themselves back into this game?
Wow, what a moment.
It was the number 20, Bamba, at the back post. The ball just broke to him. He wasn't expecting it, but he's had so much time to pick out his shot. He was just outside the 6-yard box, but somehow he's put his effort into the side netting. And, well, actually, I think it has taken a deflection, but really, he should have been scoring from there.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely should be 3-2. Massive let-off for Hampton and Richmond there.
Susanna says, wonderful, we'll have a very happy 8-year-old Beavers superfan if they keep this up. Come on, Beavers. Well, let's not count our stars just yet, but I'm sure if he's keeping up to date with the game, or if he's at the game, he will be absolutely delighted.
Might be more substitutions for Eastbourne Borough coming.
Yep, and the referee still waiting to take this corner. She's unhappy with what's happening inside the box. And now the corner will be taken. It's going to be an in-swinger. Comes to the front post. But the referee, again, has seen something that she didn't like. And free kick for Hampton and Richmond.
Yeah, there will be 2 more changes for the away side. Not sure who it will be to come on, but...
Yeah, it looks like it is going to be 2 back-to-back, and the substitutions will come now. It looks like it will be number 25, Braden Johnson, coming off. And the number 5, Dan Quick, replaced as well. And we'll just keep an eye on the back of the shirts of the substitutes as the linesman's or the 4th officials board is not working. And so that's number 19, Alfie Pavey, who is a renowned National League South striker.
Top goal scorer for them so far this season.
Yeah, so thrown into the mix to try and salvage something for the Borough. But for now, here's Hampton and Richmond on the attack. Alfie Williams just doesn't see class behind him, and poor first touch allows the substitute to retrieve possession. And it's a great little dribble by Class, but eventually his pass goes to no one in a pink shirt. Here's Williams, ball out wide looking for Masampu, but just behind the fullback and out of play for a throw on the halfway line. Thank you once again to everybody who has been tuning in. Please do like the video, please do subscribe if you haven't already done so. It really, really does help us out. 42 likes, a phenomenal effort, but there's still plenty of time to get your likes in. And I think we can definitely reach 50. Throw in midway inside the half.
There's no longer a goalless game. Weston-super-Mare have taken the lead at Salisbury.
Oh, so the Salisbury goal was disallowed.
It was disallowed.
Oh,
yeah,
there we go.
It was disallowed. So the only game that had not had a goal in it has now got one. Weston-super-Mare going up to third.
Jack Taylor brought down whilst dribbling forwards. The substitute, the number 19, Alfie Pavey, comes on, and his first action is to pick up a yellow card as he then punitively kicks the ball at Jack Taylor, I'm going to say. Jack Taylor didn't take to it too kindly, but thankfully didn't initiate too much of a fuss about it. Pavey into the book with the yellow card. And it will be Taylor to get us back underway with the free kick just inside his own half. Here's Revan. Archie Taylor, who's occupying what the modern day hipster would call the inverted full-back position. Williams crosses in looking for Valette. The centre-back just about sticks a finger out. The then pass back to the keeper nearly lands at the feet of Masampu, but Joseph Wright was aware to it and charged out to collect. One back again by Taylor, and Kia in possession with plenty of room. 15 minutes to go here at Beverley Stadium. Hampton and Richmond 3, Eastbourne Borough 1. Still not safe yet. Another goal, and you probably then would have to say that the result was assured, but a 3-1, you just never know. Jake Gray cutting infield finds Atkinson, who's got loads of space in front of him. Opts to go straight back to Gray. Down the line to Taylor, who is onside. Finds Gray. He's inside the box. Plays it across. Valette's shot is blocked at close range. And then Pavey, judged to have been dragged back by Kia. And that will be a free kick for Eastbourne inside their own half. But Atkinson has gone down once again, and he looks in a bit of pain.
It's been really positive, though, from Hampton and Richmond in this second half. I mean, as we said, some of the attacking play has been absolutely brilliant to watch, especially that third goal. You know, the link-up play between so many players. It has been a joy to watch this second half, and still got quite a fair bit of time to go, 15 minutes plus, of course, some additional time. And I can imagine there will be a fair few minutes at the end of this one.
Yeah, I'd love to know what happened in that Farnborough-Truro game, because both of the red cards for Truro came within a minute of each other. So yeah, looks like there might have been some sort of fracard going on there.
Well, speaking of Farnborough, they have gone ahead and found a goal. They have equalised against Truro City, which does mean that Farnborough stay top of the table, with Weston-super-Mare in second on 24, Torquay United also on 24, and then Truro City would be in fourth on 23 points. The top 7 are only split by 5 points. It is very, very close at the top so far in the National League South.
So Atkinson has left the field of play, and it looks like it's going to be O'Day, Martin Sorondo making way, or coming on, should I say. Hampton Richmond leaving the field, number 4, Mike Atkinson.
And Ode Martin Sorondo has came on for Atkinson. That change has been made. And he will now come into play and try to help Hampton and Richmond secure a huge 3 points at home against Eastbourne Borough.
Yeah, back underway on the halfway line. Some pressure applied on Class by Vellet, but he just about gets away with it. A ball launched forwards for Eastbourne. Martin Sorondo with his first touch of the ball finds a simple pass sideways to Kia. Long ball forwards looking for Vellet, but Vellet thought he was offside and perhaps just slightly too much on the ball anyway for the midfielder to make an impact. But a second goal in his second stint at Hampton and Richmond for Vellet this afternoon, putting Hampton and Richmond in front to make it 2-1. Here come Eastbourne though, inside the box. There's a bit of follow through from the challenge by Jake Gray, but I think he'd gotten so much on the ball already, and the Eastbourne Borough player came from behind him. I think it would have been very, very harsh to give a decision against Gray.
Yeah, it is definitely the right decision. It just made my heart skip a little bit when I saw him go down in the penalty area. But yeah, Jake Gray definitely gets enough of the ball there.
Yeah, Moussa Diarra not happy with that decision. He's having words with the referee, who's done very well this evening. Ball forwards by Taylor, doesn't find its target, but it falls anyway to Kia. Some tight control here from Williams, and then his final pass to Gray just slightly beyond the number 10.
Well, Weymouth have gone ahead and found an equaliser against Bath City, so it is 1-1 at the Twerton Park Stadium.
Yeah, goals flying in up and down the National League South. We will take a quick look at the National League South table at the end of this game as well. Archie Taylor stabbing one out for an Eastbourne throw on the halfway. 10 minutes to go of regular time at Beverley Stadium. The Beavers lead, having been behind for most of the game. And they have a 2-goal advantage as well. Eastbourne will need to score 2 if they want at least a point this evening for their travels. Back with their keeper, Joseph Wright. Long ball forwards, it nearly falls favourably for Pavey, but Archie Taylor watched it all the way. His clearance though means it's going to be a corner for Eastbourne, and another chance for them to get their very large players, especially Moussa Diarra, in and around the box. Here comes the in-swinger. It's a dangerous one, and again it's gone out of play, and it is going to be a goal kick. Danger averted as the minutes continue to tick down.
Yeah, as the clock begins to tick down, it becomes more and more likely that we could be seeing a massive victory here at the Beverley Stadium.
Yeah, and you have to say the response means it is very well deserved, and well, what a way to respond to losing 3 games in a row. Williams chasing down the goalkeeper, the ball into Diarra, being chased down by Martin Sorondo, but they just about get away with it and get it upfield, but it's given away, and Vellet turns away and continues to dance away from challenges. Legenza unable to win it back from him. He's still got it here, and he comes forward now with a bit of space to gallop into. He's got Gray in front of him. He's got Kia to his side, who he finds. Kia gets the shot away. Jake Gray jumped over it. It was just maybe edging outside of the far post, but Joseph Wright able to gather. Play continues, although the referee does then just pull that up for a free kick.
Brilliant play from Josh Kia. You know, having that shot and then getting back into position and winning the ball back almost instantaneously. Really good from Hampton and Richmond's number 8. And Chesham United have gone ahead and scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. to make it 2-1 against Chippenham Town.
Here's Williams inside the box. Can he get the shot away? Oh, it's blocked off the line. Here is Kia. Oh, it's blocked again. Fantastic defending, and it nearly drops in, but it's just over the bar, and that'll be another corner, and that would have been that.
I mean, that is incredible defending by Eastbourne Borough. How that has not ended up in the back of the net, I will never know. Really good play yet again, though, from the home side. It has been a terrific second half display, rather. Really, really impressive from Alan Julian's side.
So Jake Gray to take this one. Just Dom Revan left on the halfway line. Eastbourne have taken everyone back into their box. Williams has gone to offer the short option. He's marked by 2 pink shirts. Kia is further out, but he does put it into the box. Taylor gets underneath it, drops kindly to Villette. He finds Gray, who stayed on side, puts it into a dangerous area, and it was Villette again running onto it at the front post. Got to it, couldn't direct it goalwards though. Great work by Archie Taylor on the bounce, heading the ball away from Bamba to halt the Eastbourne attack once again. 6 minutes of regular time remaining. Slightly early, but who would be your pick for the man of the match?
Oh, this is such a difficult one in this second half display. I have been really impressed with Villette. I think his link-up play, has been really, really impressive. And then, of course, to step up and take that penalty and slot it so calmly, I would say him, for me, has definitely been one of the highlights of today. His performance has really impressed me.
Yeah, well, we will find out. Our man of the match poll will be going up in a few moments over on our X account at Hamrich FC. Make sure to get over there and cast your vote. Obviously, if you're watching this, you're probably not at the game. But, based on what we've said, you could probably judge. It falls to Alfie Williams. The keeper's way out of his area. Williams puts a fair amount on it, and it does sail over the bar. But he had to have a go, didn't he?
Yes, 100%. Definitely had to have a go. But again, it's those long balls over the top. It's been a constant in this game, and they have worked for Hampton and Richmond wonderfully. O'Day winning the header there.
Villette wins it back. Here's Critchlow inside the box, just has it poked away from him, but he's happy to let it go because that means it's another corner. And yet more time, Eastbourne Borough are not attacking Ted Kurd's goal.
Yeah, really good work once again. I mean, going forward and defensively, the front line has been exceptional. Same for the whole team. It's been a really, really good performance. Everyone has put a real shift in, and it has been rewarded with the scoreline.
Thank you very much again to everybody who's been tuning in throughout the evening. Please do leave a like if you haven't already done so. It's looking like it's going to be a fantastic evening for the Beavers. Their first win in 4. Jake Gray with the corner. Another dangerous area. It's headed away though for now. Falls to Kia, then to Masampu, who from a brilliant angle connects with it, curling it into the top left corner. Just didn't quite have the pace to catch out Joseph Wright, who gets across and palms it out for another corner, but a great effort.
Oh, great effort. Very, very accurate. That was going into the top left-hand corner if Wright did not push that one away. And yet again, another corner, more time in Eastbourne Borough's half.
This time they do go for the short corner. It's broken down though, and here come Eastbourne. It's currently a 2v3. Fantastic challenge though from Martin Sorondo. Out for the throw and allows some more red shirts to get back into their shape.
Brilliant tackle from O'Day Martin Sorondo. So important, as that counter-attack could have led to an Eastbourne Borough opportunity.
Yeah, just 3 minutes left of regular time. Dom Revan wins the header outside his box, but falls for Eastbourne. It then dropped right at the feet of Alfie Pavey, but he couldn't connect with it to cause any problems for Ted Kurd, who then picks it up and duly falls to the floor to waste a few more seconds. Long ball forward by Kurd, and that is going to go all the way through to right at the other end. Here's Revan picking it up in his own half and passing forwards to Gray. Gray into Valette, who tries the sneaky back heel. Nearly gets a second bite of the cherry as well. There's a late follow through. The challenge from Bird that sends Alfie Williams down in some pain.
Yeah, he seems to be in a lot of pain.
I think I'd have to watch it again. I can understand why Bird might feel slightly aggrieved. He definitely won the ball first, but judging by Williams' reaction, the follow-through had some force to it.
Yeah, I think they might have like hit knees together, so it did not look like a nice one.
Yeah, looking very uncomfortable, still writhing in agony. The physio just now reaching him. And Alex Wall is already being readied. There's no point, even if he can continue, risking Alfie Williams, who's had another fantastic game. Well, after today, we are back on the road once again on Saturday. It's another trip southwest-ish as we go to Harden-Hewish Park to face Chippenham Town, who are in action today and are behind and down to 10 men.
Yes, yeah. I mean, they were leading until the 87th minute. So 2 goals in 2 minutes from Chesham United means that Chippenham Town are actually now in 17th, whilst Hampton and Richmond are up to 14th as it stands. So, as I said earlier on in today's watch-along, if all went well and Hampton and Richmond did win, they would move up to 14th as long as other results went their way, and that seems to be the case at the moment. So, really, really positive stuff for Hampton and Richmond. Weston-super-Mare have also got a second goal against Salisbury, so that means they are in second in the table. Second goal, the first was scored by Samuel Pearson. But apart from that, all the other games remain the same.
The fourth official has indicated a minimum of 7 additional minutes.
And looking also at the other games, the Weston-super-Mare match has just finished, so they have won 2-0, and there is going to be 7 minutes of additional time here at the Beverley Stadium. We are just about to get back underway. It will be Josh Kia to float the ball into the penalty area, it seems.
Yep, just confirmation of that substitution and the 7 additional minutes on your screens now.
I think there has been a yellow card actually awarded to Kia.
So, well, now he's being told not to take the free kick just yet.
Yeah.
So he will eventually get back underway, but not too many Hampton and Richmond shirts in and around the box on this occasion. Just keen to slow time down, but he does deliver it to the back post, looking for Wall, nearly lands at his feet, but Valette actually got there first. It's then cleared away by David Sesse, cleared back towards their goal by Masampu, but Class sends it over the top of the Hampton and Richmond back line. Down by the corner flag now, but well marshalled by Masampu, and out for a goal kick.
Well, the late goals keep on coming. Slough Town and St Albans were drawing 1-1 in the 89th minute. It's now 2-2. They've scored 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes. So, crazy game there.
Fantastic. Well, yeah, we saw something similar like that on the weekend in the National League South. I can't remember which game it was, but yeah, late goals are a fairly rare occurrence at this level, and that's why we love it.
Yep.
And that was the deciding factor last time between these two teams at the Bev, but this time it's been settled by a fantastic second half comeback by Hampton and Richmond. A brilliant nutmeg there by Masampu, who's really looking comfortable in his first start at left back. It's now with Dom Revan, Archie Taylor, forwards to Gray. He's got Villette making the run. He finds him. He's going down towards the corner flag. Will he go to the flag? No, he's going to try and play it in. And he earns his side another corner.
Chesham United did score another goal against Chippenham Town. The game has ended 3-1, the 98th minute goal to fully secure the victory for them.
Jake Gray stood over the corner once more Still 4 minutes to play of the additional 7. Wall is running forwards towards Gray, looking to take it short, and that's exactly what he does. And another corner. Alex Wall doing his best impression of Erling Haaland for Man City whenever they're winning in the last few moments. Certainly sucks the life out of the opposition, I'll tell you that. This time Eastbourne get it away, but only 10 yards further forwards, and it's another throw for Hampton and Richmond. Long hoofed ball forwards by Alfie Pavey, but it's only going to find Ted Curd. And he does his best Jordan Pickford impression as he waits until the last minute to jump on the ball and dive to the floor. Very frustrating if you're the opposition, very satisfying if you are the team in the lead. He will now take as long as he can within reason, and then finally sends it long downfield. Wall competing with Diarra, and that's a battle I'd love to see more of. And free kick given against Diarra, against Wall. And taken quickly by Eastbourne. Here comes Sesse infield to Legenza, back to Bird. They're on the halfway line, they need to get it forward very, very quickly. But as they try to do that, it's intercepted. They've picked it back up again though, and now a darting run forwards by Bamba. He gets the cross into the box. Alexander can't get on the end of it because Dom Revan is there to clear for a corner.
Just need to defend this corner, get the ball up the field.
Yep, 2 minutes to go. Of regular football.
Ball into the box. Not cleared.
And eventually,
free kick given.
Yeah, the free kick given in Hampton Richmond's favour. And it does feel like since the goals have gone in, everything's just kind of worked out quite nicely.
Yes, yeah. Worked out quite nicely in Hampton and Richmond's favour. Yeah, all the other games in the National League South have ended. This is the final match that is still going on. Curd puts it long.
Yeah, it's going to come back towards Dom Revan up against Alexander. Alexander keeps it in play. Jack Taylor has something else to say about it though. Revan's clearance over his head stays in play. Gray's header luckily finds only Martin Sorondo. He tries to switch play but gives it away. He then makes up for that error by winning 2 successive challenges and setting Alex Wall off on his way. He finds Critchlow out wide. He dances away from one challenge, but his control on it not the best. And now Alexander can chase down a loose ball heading towards the corner flag. He does keep it in play up against Dom Revan. Just the last minute for the Beavers to see things out. Coming down the right-hand side now. Sesse inside the box, goes down. Referee not interested. Still in possession though. Goes down yet again. Nothing given. Still going. Goes down and out of play and the goal kick. And that is now the 97th minute. So fingers crossed this goal kick will be taken and then we will be done here.
Yeah. Massive performance from all the players. Have been exceptional throughout. Full value for the win. As Ted Curd waits to take the goal kick.
Forwards it comes. Referee still not blowing the whistle. Here's Villette. Maybe a chance for Hampton and Richmond to get one more chance before the game is up. Critchlow dancing through inside the box. Can't get past the last man. Good defending from Dominic Odesanya. Martin Sorondo picks it up. Jake Gray. And there is the final whistle. What a fantastic performance by Hampton and Richmond. They win by 3-1.
Brilliant performance, an exceptional result for Hampton and Richmond. It means that they go up to 14th in the league table. Eastbourne Borough drop to 6th, and that does mean that Hampton and Richmond are 5 points off the playoffs, despite, of course, other teams having some games in hand. Elsewhere in the National League South, Bath City drew 1-1 to Weymouth. Chesham United scored 3 late goals to turn around a 1-0 deficit against Chippenham Town. Farnborough drew 1-1 against Truro City after the visitors had 2 players sent off in 2 minutes. Hampton and Richmond, of course, your Beavers beating Eastbourne Borough by 3-1. Salisbury lost 2-0 at home to Weston-super-Mare. Tonbridge Angels scored in the opening 5 minutes, and that was the only goal in their game against Dorking Wanderers. Torquay United managed to beat Worthing by 2-1. And finally, Welling United got a 1-0 win at home against Enfield Town.
Sorry if we have just dropped out there. We may well have frozen. I don't know if people can...
Oh no.
I don't know if we're still... people can still hear us or not.
Still hear us or not?
Sounds like they might be able to.
Sounds like you guys can still hear us all at home.
Yeah, the picture's just completely dropped. If you can still hear us, please do let us know in the live chat. Otherwise, if you can't hear us, we'll just end things. But if you can hear us, let us know.
Yes,
so
that
we
would.
can just quickly take you through what the National League South table is looking at. So I'll try and get it on the screen. But that doesn't help a lot. Maybe it's just the camera. Let's try.
Maybe.
Let's try and move the camera over.
Have a look and try and figure it out.
Well, actually, yes, it looks like it's the A10 switcher that's just frozen. So you can see the league table on the screen in front of you there. So we will, of course, speak about Hampton and Richmond's positioning. The rest of the games finished the afternoon, but most importantly, the game between first and second at the start of the evening between Farnborough and Truro. Truro down to 9 men, as you told us about, Lloyd, but Farnborough could only find a way. I've just been speaking into the void for the past 3 minutes. There we go. Apologies for that. Right. We were doing so well. We're having a nightmare. We're having a nightmare finish. Anyway, so taking you through the league table, there was that, of course, the big game between first and second place in the league at the start of the day, Farnborough against Truro. Truro went down to 9 men in the second half, but Farnborough could only find a way to equalise and not go on to claim the 3 points. They do remain in first. Truro, with that show of indiscipline, fall down to 4th even with a point. But most importantly, Hampton and Richmond up from 18th into 14th and looking on upwards. They are level on points with Chelmsford City in 13th and 2 points behind Chesham in 12th. Salisbury and Welling also match us on points but are worse off in the goal difference department. Lloyd, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on commentary this evening. Thank you very much to everybody in the live chat. Apologies for the freezing in the final moments and the lack of audio there, but we got it back. My name's been Louis, this has been Lloyd. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we will catch you in the next one. Take care.
Take care.